Okay. Alright, that's alright. I'm gonna turn on the sound, but I actually don't know, like hold on, is the on the codex, is there at least music? Okay, there is no music. I just realized that because at least on the whatchamacallit again, the thing on the other menu, the usual menu, there is like a whatchamacallit again, a soundtrack. So let me actually pop up on some whatchamacallit, some Lobotomy soundtrack or something. Let me just quickly do that. Just cause whatchamacallit, hearing winds, I don't think that's like nice to hear. But yeah, okay, hold on. Lobotomy OST. Yeah. Can I get like neutral? I think it's neutral. Yeah. Let me neutral 01 something. I don't really know. Let's see. Can I play that? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna turn out the turn out the game sound and just play this for us like on the background. Yeah. Okay, also I get notification. What's that? Funky. Alright. Let's make sure this is not autoplay. Okay, yeah, there you go. Because if I have it on autoplay, it's gonna jump straight to first warning later. Although it will be kind of funny if it just suddenly jumps to jumps into first warning later. But yeah, also welcome Nugget as Steven. Okay, let me quickly pop the game. There you go. And yeah, challenge mode is open now, and let's go codex. Yeah. Let's go from top to bottom. How many do we have? It's quite a lot. I also did go through the list of donor abnos, and if I'm not mistaken, the only one I'm forgetting, the only one that I'm missing is actually Parasite 3. Yeah, time to read. Hell yeah, we have set the mood on time to read. Let's get on the top. Why the hell not? Yeah. We got Scorch Gale. Death. Let's check the story records. Split your legs. Oh god. Welcome from your Daven. It takes form of a gale burned to ashes. Even though there's nothing left to burn, the fire still doesn't extinguish. A matchstick impales the gale's body like a stake. Usually, the match is always lit, while the abnormality shows no sign of activity. Because of this, employees often speculate that the matchstick may be the abnormality's true body. However, recently, the ashen figure was seen crying, according to witnesses. Yeah, sometime. I'll just stay in from you. Yeah, alright. Except from abno specialist doctor. Also, feel free to give your opinions on the abnos as well. I wanna hear your opinions. Yeah. All the I got 2 people that I is it okay if I say it here? Because I got 2 people that I that I think you are. I'm not entirely sure, but you may be one of 2 people. But yeah, if you're okay with me naming it, yeah. I don't know, but you're either Mike or Ben. I'm not entirely sure which one. At least from my guess, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, either Mike ESK, or Ben. I forgot your full name. Nah, okay, so it's different then. Then I probably don't remember. Because your speaking pattern feels very similar to those 2. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Then personally, honestly, not really. I'm not sure. The short body represents the child's crumpled hope, while the ever-blazing flame represents the obsession for affection. It's always in conflict with the contradiction between these 2. We paid a boatload, and that's all that they have to say. Yeah, and also I guess also it's because those 2 are the ones that keep on changing usernames. The 2 that I know, those 2 change usernames a lot. So yeah, yeah, I'm much smaller now. Yeah. Alright. We paid the boatload, and that's all they have to say. Except for the record of staff conversation, well, she's like a ticking time bomb. No one can tell if she's in a good mood or not. We just hope that we won't be the one blown up before entering the containment unit. She won't get any better. We can only try and keep her from getting worse. DA? I don't know what DA is. But yeah. Except from counseling log. I never thought the abnormality will be able to escape. maybe we were getting careless, but it seemed that all it could do was burn up the match stuck in its body. Yes, our response was a bit late, admitted. Most abnormalities that try to escape would attack the employees in front of them, but this one didn't show any aggression towards the nearby employees. Instead, it headed to a different department, the most crowded place in the company. If we didn't suppress it at the door, half the people here won't be here in one piece. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I forgot. I don't really know then. Other than like, I really don't remember anyone that goes by DA, honestly. I don't really remember. I really like the lolicon guy. Not sure. I don't think so. He speaks very differently. Who are you? No, I don't really think. Can't remember anyone that's DA. Honestly, yeah. Like, speaking pattern is also like whatchamacallit again. Speaking pattern is also doesn't really seem like anyone that I'm remembering. Yeah. Also, yes. It's a creeper. I don't really want to like date a creeper. Pass. I don't want to get blown up. Pass. One sin though, on the other hand. It's not abnormality that understands the conflict between good and evil. I think I expect to be that long. Login? I know. We don't smash the child. We don't. Yeah. Yeah. Last time I played with you was 2 years ago. Oh, okay. I probably don't remember then. 2 years ago. Holy shit, it's quite a while ago. Is it Minecraft then? I don't think I remember. Yeah, I don't really remember anyone who goes by DA. Nope. If she mine, she mine. Oh no. But yeah, it's one that played. So it's mostly Minecraft then. But because I don't really do a lot of games where I play with viewers, Minecraft and DST, those are the two that I did a lot. But I can't remember anything else. I probably forgot. Yeah. So I know that understands the conflict between good and evil. Its empty eye sockets stare at those who encounter it. Oh, Dragon Angel. Ah, okay, now I remember. Ah, okay, now that you mentioned BT6, now I remember. Because I forgot that I did BT6. That's kind of like a memory that I'm trying to forget because, oh my god, the BT6 was chaotic. But now I remember, it's Dragon Angel. But yeah, I still remember there was like, yeah, who played me BT6 with me? It was like Mike, the Dragon Angel, that guy with the plain profile picture, Ninja, and then yeah, King was also kind of dead anyways. Huh, really? I feel like a lot of people still like talk about it, but I don't really know. I still play it once in a while, but I don't really play it that much. I just play it on like when I have a lot of free time, like on the bus or in the train or something like that. But yeah. Now I remember. I completely forgot balloons existed. Yeah. Its empty eye sockets stare at those who encounter it. The giant skull is attached to a cross. It wears a crown of thorns. It floats at 2 meters above the ground. That's really high. Free gameplay? What do you mean by that? While its appearance is bizarre, it is rare to record an incident of violence against employees involving this abnormality. It feeds off the evil that seeps out during conversations between people. The assigned employee must kneel before it. Standing appears to be acceptable, and present their evil by confessing their sins to it. The way it feeds is unknown, except from experiment records. We have cataloged the sins a person can commit into 3 levels. Level 1, a small lie or action that either goes unnoticed or can be shared in jest. Level 2, sins that are more serious and can only be shared with the closest of friends. Level 3, sins so profound that they cannot be shared with anyone. These will be taken to the grave. Employee, redacted, has been assigned to confess a level 1 sin. Energy production via the abnormality increased by 12%. Is that Skull Rider? Yes, if you know work, we can chill on stream. Oh, cool! What were you doing? Like, what work? What kind of work? Employee redacted was assigned to confess level 2 sin. Energy production via abnormality increased by 15%. We assigned employee redacted to confess level 3 sin. 1 minute and 48 seconds later, after the employee was sent in, a bright flash of light was seen. The light was so bright that it could be seen outside of the containment unit. Immediately following the light, there was a facility-wide power outage. The phenomena lasted for 2 hours. Employee redacted lost 6 years of their memory. Further experiments were cancelled. Scientific ethics decree that all footage of those who participated in the experiment is to be kept sealed. However, the incident left us no choice but to review the footage of the containment unit. Employee redacted. This happened during redacted at around 4 PM. Anyways, there was a railway about 20 minutes from my house. Some of my good friends and I decided to dress as forest animals. One of us chose to go as a deer. It was a crude costume. It could hardly be called one, to be honest. Just a pair of clumsily made antlers and a dark outfit with some deer-like spots on it. Admitted, I don't know how our deer friend wandered into the woods. Wandered into the woods. MCDYK. MCD? McDonald's? I don't know. We didn't even notice he was missing for maybe an hour. We searched for him and finally found him in the bushes. We called out his name, and I'm not sure if it was from relief of finally finding us or what, but he started sprinting towards us, and that's when we heard the gunshots. Bang, bang, bang. I'm bad at making banging noises. When I came to my senses, I saw his blood splatter all the way to my feet. After that, none of us dressed up as animals ever again. That's all. By the way, what is this really supposed to work? Observation log 4_435. Its eye sockets are empty. It's a skull after all, but I doubt it's blind. It certainly has its gaze fixed on me, and I can somehow feel that it's listening to me. Confessing to it does light in my heart, admittedly. Because of SCP. It is like inspired by SCP. The game is pretty inspired by SCP. Like if you go over here, there's like managerial guidelines, and like this one is still like a Zane, which is like the safe class on this game. But again, like as the classes go, it's gonna get worse and worse. The managerial guidelines. I mean, the next one's gonna be a WoW, I'm pretty sure. So let's check that later. But yeah, afterwards we investigated the incident in the employee's hometown to get a better picture. We learned that a boy named Justin was shot and killed in a deer costume by hunters during hunting season. Unlike the employee's confession, Justin was repeatedly bullied by other kids. Witnesses say they heard the kids shout, "Run, Justin, run!" right before the gunshot. After the incident, the kids at the scene moved out of town, and deer hunting was banned in the area, except from abnormality research log X39-2. Honestly, you can expect all of our employees to give honest confessions to that skull. Around every 1 in 10 employees will tend to say something that is not completely true. It's a bit different from a lie. You can say that it's a subconscious excuse they make. They distort perspectives to justify their actions, even though they are aware that they should be telling the truth. Once this happens, the confession is no longer truly a confession. Yes, I'm talking about you trying to justify your tardiness for 5 minutes now. Oh dear. Did you get a better mic or you sound younger now? Wait, what do you mean I sound younger now? I'm still using the same mic as usual. Oh, it's maybe because of this. Like, hold on, there's like this filter over here. Like if I remove it, I'll sound like this. Does it sound any different? I don't know. I sound like this without the filter, but with the filter I sound like this. Yeah. It's maybe all squeaky. I don't know. Maybe I'm drawing like, oh, I can go that way. Okay, that's cool. I can just like go left and right like that. But yeah, this is the next one. But yeah, I guess I sound more squeaky then. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, let's see. Queen of Hatred. This one is a WoW. It's like the second most dangerous class. Oh yeah, also one sin. Oh, I'm gonna commit the worst sin to one sin. Smash. Next one, Queen of Hatred. A humanoid abnormality that looks like it will go and fight villains for peace and justice at any moment. It is friendly towards every employee and is able to engage in casual conversation. It believes that it is a hero born to save the world, and takes considerable pride in it. When it shows signs of anxiety or doubt while conversing with an employee, its appearance and personality will undergo an adverse change within 4 days, and it will display symptoms of dissociative disorders. The definition of good and evil are fixed in its mind. Some assume that when the abnormality's beliefs lead to a horrible doubt about the existence of evil, it will choose to become evil and to negate the doubt. All parameters will return to normal after the negative phase passes. The abnormality will have no memory of the behavior exhibited during that phase. Okay, so TLDR, bipolar Gale. Ah, yes, I like my Gales mentally ill. Yeah, I have no idea. I honestly have no idea either. Audio log 1, employee, how are you feeling today? Magical Gale, good. The world is at peace and it's quiet around here. Peace is a great thing to have. It means there aren't any villains around, right? Audio log 2, employee, you're looking a bit down today. Magical Gale, it's still fine. The world is still peaceful and it's that normality falls down and did not wish to continue speaking. Omitted. Audio log 3, employee, are you alright? Magical Gale, why is it still so peaceful? You see, the whole purpose of my life is to defeat villains. It's as if the world is trying to say it doesn't need me. Really, why is it so peaceful? Oh, didn't mention that I'm a Magical Gale. To keep the world's peace, I was born, but today it's quiet today. The abnormality continued to murmur incomprehensible words to itself. Audio log 4, the abnormality endlessly mumbles to itself without even noticing the employee in its containment. Magical Gale, the world can be divided into good and evil. I'm on the side of justice. If I'm on the side of good, then someone has to be on the side of evil. Without someone to play the villain, I can't exist. Then who is going to protect the world? Audio cuts out. Audio log 5, level 3 or above access required. This is part of an audio record obtained during the rampage on the date of redacted. The abnormality used a radio installed in the facility to call the emergency planning team. Continuous sobbing. Employee, this is the emergency planning team. Please identify yourself. I think I did this. I couldn't stop myself. It's my fault. I ruined everything. I betrayed the people who were kind to me. I don't remember why I did this. Employee, will you elaborate on what happened? I don't know. They aren't moving. There's so much blood. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Admitted. 3 bodies were found in the abnormalities containment unit. The abnormality lost all memory of the incident afterwards. How can you confirm that? I know. I like my mentally ill Gales. But I don't, and I like dragons as well. But I don't think I want both at the same time. Hesitant, either hesitant smash or pass. Very hesitant smash. But most likely pass. I will give it a shot once. Just to see how it's like. But then I'll probably stay away. Next, Happy Teddy Bear. An abnormality that this is like HE, like hey, like like this is like the middle. So for those of you who don't know, it goes from like Zayn, Ted, He, Wow, and Aleph. The danger rating scale thingies. Yeah, Happy Teddy Bear. An abnormality that resembles a large ragged teddy bear. It's missing some fur and only has one eye. The old ribbon around its neck hints that it may have received much affection from its previous owner. There is a name on the ribbon, but it's too tattered to be discernible. It seems that it knows it has been abandoned and looks dejected, except from counseling log. I was on the night patrol. I didn't feel the need to pay attention to Happy Teddy since it was a harmless one. It was harmless for the most part. I just looked inside the containment unit to check on it. Teddy was hugging someone tightly. I thought it was redacted. The employee who was in charge of Teddy for a while, working late. But something was odd. I entered the unit and called Redacted's name, but they didn't answer. I immediately pressed the emergency button to call in reinforcement. Turns out Redacted had been in a coma for 8 hours. They were in Teddy's arms the whole time. No letter stamped with rejected. Remember what was written in the employee manual? Do not have personal feelings towards abnormalities. At first, I didn't get what that was supposed to mean. Does it even make sense to develop any emotion towards those monsters in the first place? It's okay, they're monsters. Between the two of us, we can call them that. Happy Teddy Bear was the second abnormality you took charge of. I guess you must have thought that not all abnormalities are monsters after seeing it. The figure of an old, abandoned teddy bear may have brought up old memories of yours. Teddy seemed to like your hugs. Yeah, it will actually produce more energy when you are around. And in no time, they put you in charge of Teddy. You probably felt some kind of responsibility for it, right? I started getting worried as you visited Teddy's unit more and more often. It felt as if you were visiting an orphanage for a volunteer work. I know you say you did green thing. So this is Runa. She's kind of a prick. She teaches you how to make meth from that other video, and yes. You wanna say anything? No? Okay. Alright. Okay, anyways, it seems Teddy saw you as its new owner. Maybe you'd have been happy to hear that. But you see, Teddy never wanted to be separate from its owner ever again. You probably always promised that you'd return, but couldn't understand. I heard that you miraculously survived, and that they spent an hour trying to separate you from Teddy's embrace. Though others may forget about you, I will always remember you. May there be a miracle. What do you mean by a miracle? Also, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. Look, you had 2 kids. They kinda are. If you make like a if you create a homunculus, is it your child? If you consider like a homunculus, you make your child, then yes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they definitely look like me. Yeah. It's Runa fanboy. Runa doesn't really have a gender. Runa is a thing. It's a big metal tin can. I don't think metal tin cans is a gender. So but yeah, also happy teddy bear. Smash. Next. Red shoes. A pair of elegant red women's shoes. The design is antique, but there's no telling where and how they were made. It overwhelms the mind with the urge to try them on. The changes that occur from wearing the abnormality are first visible in the eyes of the wearer. Considering so doesn't make you gay. Wait, what do you mean by that? It's Runa isn't Runa is my whatchamacallit again? My creation? You better not smash red shoes. Oh dear. That sounds antique. There's no telling where and how they were made. I wonder what even is Runa. What are you, Runa? Nothing? Alright. Okay. It opens the mind to actually try them on. The next observable change is that the wearer is unwilling to take off the shoes. They will also act upon any and all desires that they may have subconsciously suppressed. If someone attempts to hamper them from acting on their desires and tries to take off the shoes will control its host, which sometimes leads to murder. It is unknown whether the host's will is involved in the process. Taking into consideration the sharp increase of one's desires and aggressiveness, the host's primal urges seem to remain intact, except from counseling log. So Runa just chaos gremlin. Also, yeah, welcome to that. Has they been? We're reading lore. Except from counseling log, Redirected was a nice person. Well, they were also kinda a celebrity. They always told us that our job was something to be proud of. They knew how to deal with all kinds of abnormalities, but it was our biggest mistake to let them enter that containment unit. We never thought a pair of shoes of all things would do any sort of harm. At some point, Redacted was wearing the shoes, grinning from ear to ear. It was quite strange. There wasn't a smile, it was a method. Blood was all over the place. The tapping of the shoes echoed in the corridor. I closed my eyes and played dead. I saw one of my colleagues' head rolling around the floor. The shoes stopped right in front of me and stood still for such a long time. Eventually, they moved past me, and that was right when I passed out. Admitted, I heard they couldn't take off the shoes and had to cut their legs. No one ever saw Redacted again after that, but those who have been here long enough will recall the incident. Footage from Coder camera Z3_493. Feeling more tired than usual, but I was doing okay. For me, like, I need to like go out for some time today, but it's mostly like not really like, no, it's not really at work, cause like I don't really have any work today, so tomorrow. But I do have some like personal project I need to work on. That's with my friends. So today was like, it's exhausting, but like the good kind of exhausting. But yeah, also welcome Drake as Steven. We're reading the lore now, so yeah. Okay, Redacted 1. So the work on your part is all done, right? Yeah, welcome Drake, how's the day been? Just finished mine. That little match girl is still in the same state. It's so frustrating. Wanna grab some coffee at the lounge? Redacted 2. You know, Redacted 1, there's something I've been thinking about for a long time. Redacted 1. Let's talk when we get to the lounge. I'm just too tired right now. Hey, are you wearing shoes? Only staff footwear is allowed during work. Redacted 2. That's not important. Redacted 1. What's important is that we're alone at the moment. Redacted 1. What are you talking about? Wait, why is you wearing your feet? You didn't wear it, did you? Redacted 2. Redacted 1. I've loved you for a while. Redacted 1. Take it off now. Do you realize what you're doing right now? Redacted 2. I was thinking about why you won't love me back. It's Emily, isn't it? You were so busy looking at Emily that you didn't even notice me, right? Redacted 1. Is that an axe you're holding? Wait, you noticed the axe now? I mean, I guess everyone is holding ego weapons, but like still, you just noticed that now? And you're bleeding from your ankles. Redacted 2, I'm begging, please take it off. Redacted 2, so all I need to do is get rid of Emily. Wait here for a bit, it won't take long. You have to stay still till I come back. Redacted 1, please snap out of it, please. Redacted 2, if you want to stop me, you should have done that the day we first met. Huh. Redacted 1, stunned. Redacted 2 stunned Redacted 1 with their weapon and went to the lounge. Fortunately, no one else besides Redacted 1 was harmed, including Emily. Redacted 2 was soon removed from the company database. They were entirely aware of what they were doing. They admitted that the shoes only encouraged them to do what they always desired. A response team handled the suppression of Redacted 2. Afterwards, the shoes ran away, tearing Redacted 2's ankles off their body. It took a total of 23 minutes for them to be suppressed, contained, and returned to their containment unit. Redacted 2 died from excessive blood loss. Redacted 1 only sustained minor injuries, but likely to resign due to excessive psychological trauma. Except from a research log. We received the report that employee Redacted was allured by the shoes and was roaming the corridor. We immediately ordered employee F3054 to suppress her. She was a veteran employee with vast experience in suppression, so we expected her to suppress a female employee without any trouble. But she didn't return, and when others found her, employee F4002 was unconscious with both her ankles severed, while employee F3054 was maniacally trying to remove the shoes from the severed feet. That's what you call again. I wonder why. I wonder if this is a typo. The employee is referred to as Redacted, but it's referred to as F4002 over here. I wonder if that's a typo. That's wonky. But yeah. Anyways, oh, that's the axe. Okay, it's the ego weapon of this thingy. I don't know how much temperance I have. Oh boy. This is difficult. Pass. Interesting. Somewhat intrusive thought is telling me to try it on, but pass. Next we got music box. A music box with an impressive sculpture of a dancing ballerina. When one of a sad melody begins to play, no one knows when it was made or who made it, but it doesn't seem to be new judging from the slight skips in the song. There are a few faces crudely carved on the surface. Do you remember this melody? The professor used to play this song when the students were sleepy. Happy birthday! Listening to this music block will make anyone feel like everything will be okay there, lifting their fatigue. However, excessive listening will make one lose grip on reality and be driven mad. Only a few seconds. Sounds fun. Smash! Whoa! Old lady, hey! I miss old lady. It's like I think we got old lady pretty early. an abnormality taking the form of an old and feeble woman. Anytime someone enters the containment unit, it will talk to that person. What it tells differs from time to time, however, it will always commence with, "Dearie, dearie, would you like to hear a story?" The story could be a lullaby, an unspecified poem, a nursery rhyme, a common children's story, or something entirely new. It knows every children's story and will not stop recounting until the listener finally leaves. Except from counseling records, she may be the loneliest of all the abnormalities. She's filled with loneliness and tells her tales to fill that void. Well, every story that needs a listener. When someone enters her room, she'll try to fill that void. Of course, listening to her is a very dangerous thing. She knows every story on Earth, even those that cannot possibly exist. Our minds can't cope with such a thing. She could fry your brain in an instant. Smash! Also, yeah, I agree. Smash, next question. Smash. Okay, next we got Nameless Fetus. It takes the form of an unborn fetus. Its skin is covered in mucus sticky liquid. Small veins can be seen here and there. The abnormal, so joking if you don't understand those last words, was way in the comedy intent. Yeah, I know like the smash next question thing, but still, old lady, smash. For me personally, like so far it is what we got: pass, smash, very hesitant smash, pass. Smash. This I'm still reading. yeah. Look. Alright. Let me do this. And yeah. It takes the form of an unborn fetus. Its skin covered in mucus sticky liquid. Its small skin here and there. The abnos abnormally bulged eyes are usually closed. It always seems unsatisfied, but what it exactly needs is undetermined. It has a great obsession with being fed, and if it's not fed regularly, its stress levels rise drastically. Once it reaches a certain level of stress, it cries out loudly in a way that mentally harms all who may be around it. Except from interview log 249. Employee F2706. I never seen its smile. It always seems to want something, but we can never fulfill its desire. I guess the reason why it cries destructive. This cries destructive is cause its unsatisfied needs are so strong. When I was a newbie here, none of my colleagues will tell me what exactly we fed it. I thought it was just some weird milk or something like what other normal babies would eat up. It's a baby after all, underneath all the grossness, but that wasn't the case. It only eats human flesh. Can you believe it? To stop it from crying, we have to hold a drawing every so often. Do you know what that means? Except from terminated observation log. When I first heard that the nameless fetus had to be fed, I thought we'd have to give it food with like a spoon or something. It looked too weak to do anything, and its mouth isn't fully developed either. Later when I found out that it ate meat, I thought it will have to be chewed up by someone first, so it will be soft enough to eat. When I asked my working buddy about it, he laughed and said, "No way, that's ridiculous. We just need to leave the food in the unit and go." I still thought about how in the world that fetus could eat that stuff. It could eat stuff. So I can't believe I'm getting 1984. Oh dear. I wonder if wait, what does that mean though? 1984. What's in 1984? Oh god. I wonder if we served it some kind of succulent steak that's not even available to us in the cafeteria. Out of curiosity, I decided to sneak a peek in the feeding process of the nameless fetus. Only level 3 and up employees are assigned to that process, but I was able to attend because I made up an excuse that I was covering for someone. As I nervously watched, wondering if my lie would be worth it, some people came along with large plastic bags. That much, and when they opened the bags, I could only gape in horror. They were human corpses, and the baby ate it. How? I don't even want to imagine it. It had a large scar in its stomach. I don't thought it was some kind of scar. Like a large flower, its stomach was open, dripping with slimy liquid. It was the greediest creature in the world. That day onward, I was vegetarian. Oh no, not the vegetarians. Except from employees' diary. I'm Polly. I've worked for Lobotomy for about a month now. My parents are really proud of me for getting into a wing like this. And all my friends are jealous of me. I still make a lot of mistakes, but someday I'll be as capable as my coworkers. There's a special employees-only event held by our company. No one knows when or why this event is held. Even my coworker, who's been here for 5 years, doesn't seem to know. When the event starts, a giant roulette begins to spin. Everyone stops what they are doing to stare at the roulette to see who will be the lucky winner. With desperate looks on their faces, the name of every single employee is written in that roulette. Whoever ends up being selected, they're extremely lucky. They'll be promoted and transferred to another branch of the company, headquarters. In addition, their family will be gifted with an unimaginable fortune. At the headquarters, you don't have to worry about being attacked by abnormalities or need to bid farewell to your dead colleagues. My senior redacted really hopes that they'll get big eventually. Ah yes, at least they're not vegan. Yeah. But yeah, yes, I love gambling. Also, welcome T0346 White Knight. How's they been? This looks like White Knight. How's your day been? Alright, when my senior's name showed on the roulette, I congratulated them with all my heart, though they didn't seem too happy for some reason. I just gave them a hug one by one. Everyone was crying for some reason. They said goodbye to me, shedding tears while trying to force a smile. I haven't seen them since. I'm sure they're working under much better conditions with a really nice salary. But when I try to bring them up in conversation, people stop talking as if I've spoken some sort of taboo. I still remember the last thing they said to me before they left. One day you'll understand the meaning of the desperation on their faces when the roulette spins. Yeah, like they're apostles. Oh no! No! Oh dear. The manager holds the specific right to call a special event for all the employees in the facility without any cause for occasion. When the event starts, a giant roulette wheel will spin and select one lucky employee's name. That employee will be promoted, transferred to a different branch, and their family will receive a yearly pension. No personnel are allowed to invade the manager's right to hold this event. The following information is forbidden to the public eye. Conditions required to hold the event. Data access restricted. The crying of nameless fetus has reached its peak. The roulette will select an employee that satisfies one of the conditions below. Questions the true purpose of the company. Conducts or plans unauthorized experiments with the abnormalities. Maintains an excessive curiosity about the abnormalities and conducts or plans unauthorized observation on them. Is incapable of working due to physical or psychological trauma. Unauthorized signifies that it is unauthorized by the corporation or Angela. And the following actions will be taken with the employees selected by the roulette. Expunging all records the company has about the employee, sacrificing the employee to the abnormality, informing the employee's family that they have been transferred to another branch. Yes, fun. But yeah, I do not know if I want to be bored by this thing. If you're gonna bore me, the least you can do is be hot. Pass. Next. Yeah, this is next, right? Yeah. Next, we got lady facing the wall. An abnormality in the shape of a woman against the wall. Over time, her unbearable sorrow grew into a mournful obsession, covered in countless lengthy hairs. As she is always facing the wall, not a single person has seen her face. While she occasionally talks to herself and weeps quietly, it's impossible to have a meaningful conversation with her. Despite her human appearance, it's impossible to discern what she is really looking at or her true intentions. She will attempt to talk or pique the interest of those who are about to leave her containment unit. However, one should never look back in response, as it may cause mental damage. Certain rumors insist that only that one may turn to stone upon looking back, but this is clearly not true. Otherwise, we know Angela exists within multiple Lobotomy Corporation facilities. Even though Wonderlab was cancelled because of internal problems, it still exists within Ruina to some extent, with a few abnos. Angela quote-unquote. I wonder what... Wait, what do you mean by Angela quote-unquote? I wonder what that means. Angela quote-unquote exists in multiple LabCorp facilities. So there's multiple of the multiple facilities? I thought it was just one facility, but a loop over and over again. Is it? I don't really know. So yeah, I don't really know what you call again. What Wonderlab is as well. Where were we? Over here, yeah, except from observation log I-304. Those quote-unquote angelas are more of actual artificial intelligence, not really human, but like computer artificial intelligence. Also, no spoilers. Yeah, I guess like if it's a spoiler, then I guess I'll skip on that. But yeah, I don't really know what Angela that is. But yeah, because I don't know anything about Runa nor Limbus. The Elder Prince is not sending and kept with the city. I won't call it a spoiler, right? I do not like. It's because I don't know. Is it because the NCAP building is like in the base or something used for like whatever it's doing, the whole looping thingamajig? It really became only Wonder Lab. Yeah, I don't really know what Wonder Lab is either. Yeah, no idea what Wonder Lab is. Except observation log, there's only one important rule to follow. Ignore her. She always tries to draw our attention. She mutters incoherently in an attempt to those in the room to pay closer attention to what she's saying. She'll never even bleep or whisper maliciously when someone is about to leave in the hopes that they may instinctively look back. The subconscious is a threat to your own health in her presence. It is important to get your guard up and to be aware of what is occurring when you are in the room with her. If you forget the warnings for even a second and let your guard down, you may find yourself looking back towards here. I have another warning to leave to all who read this. Do not let this insidious abnormality learn your name. If she learns your name, she may use it to trick you into turning around. No matter what you hear or what she may do to tempt you while you are in the room with her, do not, and I repeat, do not, under any circumstance, look at her. Curiosity is a luxury you must never indulge in when you are in her containment unit. That just makes me curious, damn it. But yeah. I guess there's different branches then. Funky. Right. I guess I need to like I guess I need to like check out what Wonder Lab is then. Okay, alright. Except for counseling log 939. Employee F5004. Redactor was a colleague of mine for whom I cared deeply. Well, I cared for all of my coworkers, but Redactor was different. The amount of passion they put into their work was something I have rarely witnessed in life. Anyways, I have no idea how that abnormality, learned Redactor's name. Maybe someone called it out to them while they were inside the containment unit and she heard it? We should have sent two in for work with her. The common procedure was to have a team of 2 sent into the containment unit, but as you know, we're always short-handed. Besides, that abnormality was low on the threat scale. If we followed the procedure and sent 2 inside, the powers that be would not have been happy about it one bit. Admitted. Well, you know the rest. The day the incident happened, Redactor was sent to the containment unit as usual, but they didn't come out for a long time. I know, Redactor was a prompt and diligent worker, so I headed straight to the containment unit, fearing the worst. Thankfully, I found them without even a scratch, but the kid looked out of it, like way out of it. The next day, the kid resigned. I heard they sent them to an asylum, but no one ever saw Redactor again. The kid just kept staring at the wall, murmuring and not responding to anyone. That was the very last time I saw Redacted. No one knows what happened inside the containment unit. You won't find it out from the kid either. Okay. Also, like reading chat, like within an engineering corporation, there's multiple branches around the city with abnormalities and coupling being generated to them to sell to the wings associated with the clients. Also, pass for me. I think it's really difficult if I can't even look at her. Yeah, pass. If I can't look at her, it's gonna be really difficult. Yeah. I also like it's an F. I wonder why it's an F. Like F stands for like the folklore, right? I wonder what it's based off of. But yeah, next we get nothing there. An abnormality whose appearance resembles a human, but cannot and should not be a human. It periodically devours employees and wears their shell. The skeleton and organs are misplaced during the process, so it takes a bizarre form. The abnormality does have a tongue, However, it has no knowledge of speech and, as such, cannot talk. It can only make meaningless sounds. It's not telling what is inside its shell, but the skin continuously wears down, so there's need to change and maintain the outer layer. It is insensible to pain. It may break its own bones or cut itself up to escape through a small crevice. Yeah, good questions. This is F stands for fairy tale. Yeah, I wonder what it's based off of then. Out of curiosity. Bit by bit, we discovered that this abnormality may be evolving. It demonstrates behavior similar to the character of the person who used to be its shell. It even makes attempts to equate itself with human beings. When it escapes, it wears the skin of the person it killed and mimics them. Then, without any sign or warning, it reveals its true/second form. And its true/second form, its resemblance is much similar to that of humanity in comparison to its earlier form. The new form is confirmed to possess bipedalism, properly aligned organs, and the addition of great physical strength. All of the employees are afraid of this form, a warning of something. If it has been confirmed that it has escaped and stood on 2 feet, there is only one thing you can do. Straighten up your posture, get your hands neatly, and pray to whatever you believe in and observe the situation as it unfolds, except in counseling log. Just like how we observe abnormalities as employees, nothing there observes us. Then it puts on the shell of an employee and thinks of itself as the employee that just died. The sight of that thing eating one of us is horrifying beyond words. Just trying to think about it might drive me mad. Heading to its containment to check the state of its shell is a toil in your mind too. Imagine that a colleague of yours who you chatted with just a few days ago is now sitting in that room. Next snap, guts exposed, walking on all fours, drooling like a beast. Admitted. That's not all. When I was still a new employee, no one else was willing to enter its containment unit, so I was forced to go work with it. It looked even worse than it does now. It was in the shape of a horribly deformed human. What's worse, it tried to mimic humans, doing stuff like looking into a mirror, mumbling to itself, or trying to fix its skeletal structure, as if it was trying to mimic us. Who knows, it might get good enough to casually walk among us one day. Warning, only employees of your higher are permitted to read this document. This recording is a call of the containment unit's emergency phone. Phone systems are installed in every room of abnormalities of risk level or higher to enable quick threat response. Employee 1, please speak up, please speak up, please speak up. This is the containment unit of nothing there. The emergency response department. Hello, this is the emergency response team. What's the problem? Employee 1, I need a stun gun right now. There's an emergency happening right now. Can you please specify the reason? Employee 1, the abnormality. Sounds of something breaking can be heard. It's ripping up the employee. Excuse me? Employee 1, it's killing my colleague. Will respond immediately. Please identify the employee being attacked. Employee 1, it's wait one sec. Their name's redacted. Control team. I'm redacted. Also control team. Holy shit, whatchamacallit again? Nothing there on control team. It sounds painful. Like that means it's one of the first abnos they got. Also, let me take a sip. Because speaking a lot really makes my whatchamacallit again? Makes my throat dry. F0118 is a reference to Greek mythology character of the same name. Also, let me take a sip. The story is about him and his wife, Eurydice, who died from stepping on a viper while trying to escape Aristeus. Driven by grief, he sought counsel with Hades himself. Orpheus was a talented musician, and his music charmed Hades and Persephone in some renditions. Moved by his song, Hades made a deal with Orpheus, which allowed him to retrieve his wife on one condition: he couldn't look back at her until they exited the underworld. However, before they reached the upper world, his anxiety overtook him and he looked back at her. He lost her once again, eventually he himself being killed on Dionysus' orders to join her in the underworld. Ah, okay. Interesting. Fancy. But yeah, alright. Okay, also this. Control team. Earth, confirm. What's currently happening to your colleague at this exact moment? Employee 1. Yeah, just please hurry. We need a weapon to control the abnormality. A loud noise can be heard, presumably the scream of the colleague. Oh god, this is... Earth, what's happening? Employee 1. The abnormality is attacking my colleague. It's literally ripping them apart. I can't do anything. I repeat, we need a weapon to control the abnormality. Earth, the emergency response team has been dispatched. They'll arrive shortly. Emitted. Earth, redacted. What's happening now? Is it still attacking your colleague? Employee 1. Yeah. Oh no, I think it's done now. Earth, has it stopped attacking? Employee 1. No, I mean my colleague, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead, alright. How can you be so sure? Employee 1. Well, it's because he's... Earth. Has he been ripped up somehow? What body parts are damaged? Employee 1. All of them. Oh dear. Turning to pulp. He's based on multiple ones. Some Japanese folklores like Rokubi and Onryo. Onryo I guess makes sense. Rokubi I don't think so. Because Rokubi is like the head thing, right? The head yokai. Onryo probably, because it reminds you of Sadako. I don't know about Roku. I don't know if it's similar to Rokubi. Because hey, there are some specific Rokubis in pop culture that I really like. Not gonna mention them, but they may or may not be Toho related. Except in counseling law, just like how we observe abnormalities as employees, nothing there observes us. Then it puts on the shell of an employee and thinks of itself as the employee that just died. It mimics the employee's usual behavior, the way they talk, likes this and dislikes, and every other physical trait. You can only guess how carefully and for how long it has been observing the employees to imitate them. What I'm trying to say is, we can't just treat it like some dumb, scary monster. Even now, it could be strolling about wearing the shell of someone we know. This abnormality is becoming more and more like a human. Its transformation is getting faster too. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. If the time comes when we fail to recognize it, that will be the day the company falls. We must stay ever vigilant when dealing with this abnormality. The following is a recording of the abnormal behavior an employee exhibited in their last moments after they become a shell of nothing there. Manager! Man, you've been looking for the manager for quite a while now. You've been acting really weird today. You know, with that weird smile and all. So it's because in one of the intersections, F0118 stretches her neck in the same way. Oh, okay. Huh. She does do that? I didn't know about that. I guess it makes sense then. Additionally, the employees with temperature at one planet and who are turning back to face her with her neck stretching to face them. Oh, I didn't see that. I kind of forgot about that. At the start of the word, a silent speech bubble will appear next to her for a short moment. Okay, that makes more sense then. That makes more sense. Yeah, that is like Rokubi behavior. But yeah, the thought. Anyhow, I sure hope we get pasta in the cafeteria for dinner today. I'd love some of that with the bacon. You get that in the cafeteria at work? Holy shit, maybe I should work at Lapor. Oh, we just got an emergency notice. It says that the last employee to work with nothing there should get to the consul's office immediately. Wait, wasn't that you? Hey, say something! Manager. The second employee proceeded to take immediate action upon hearing that. However, nothing there tore out of the shell of the first employee, revealing its beginning form. The recording only includes audio files, so what exactly happened or what kind of behavior the employee exhibited still remains a mystery. The shell with nothing there inside tries its best to mimic the behavior of the employee it tried to kill moments ago. The actions of the last employee are their final words, those sort of things. And the many shells cried out the word manager. Fun. With all dangers, Lobotomy Corp generates one of the highest amounts of cash around. Transport, weapons, and etc. are all important. Yeah, I mean they are an energy corporation, so hey. But yeah. Also, nothing there. It can mimic me. Smash. Like if I die, nobody will be concerned because I will still be there. So smash. Energy even more to the degree it Goblin does. Of course, this wing is getting the bag. Yeah. Alright, next we got megahertz, static. Let's look at the radio static. This abnormality is a phenomenon with no physical form. It was discovered when employees began to exhibit shared symptoms when entering a specific area of the facility. They all suffered hallucinations of a specific nature, and their mental corruption increased. After setting a radio frequency to 1.676 megahertz, we waited. Following 12 minutes, a mysterious voice was heard through static. It was difficult to make out what he was saying, but it appeared to be in distress and was asking for help. 17 minutes in, the voice stopped and 3 loud explosions were heard, which were then followed by 2 small explosions. It can be assumed that the situation the voice was in was chaotic, as based on the various levels of screaming that could be heard. 23 minutes in, all was silent. Once 25 minutes has passed, the radio began to emit smoke. We thought the machine had fried, but no fault could be found. Continuing past 30 minutes, everyone in the area was suddenly filled with rage and started to exhibit the desire to assault one another with extreme aggression. Following the incident, all employees who took part refused to seek counseling. We couldn't make it mandatory as no one was injured. It is still unknown what caused the collective rage. Afterwards, unknown noises and hallucinations started to occur in the containment unit. This is a recording of the day we must never forget. It brings us to a chaotic place, forgotten by many, that must never be forgotten. No matter how dangerous and casualty-wise the abnormalities are, the current Lobotomy Corporation generates so much clean energy that probably no one really cares. I mean, I guess like I heard that it was mentioned that almost all of the other wings commit atrocities as well. Anyways, so yeah. But yeah, radio. It's a radio frequency. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but smash. I will. Yeah. Alright, put me into whatever trauma PTSD is like is in this thing. all synchronized with somehow record the suffering of people truly were. Yeah. Like But yeah. If compared to this Lobotomy Corporation, to the old one, what do you mean by that? I don't know. Hell yeah, it's so much better. I guess I don't really know what you mean by like this Lobotomy Corp, like what Lobotomy Corp. We should learn more about the old L Corp. Yeah, I'm not sure which one the old L Corp is. It's like, is it the ones from these story records? Is it? I don't really know. But yeah, singing machine. It takes the form of a long cuboid machine. At first glance, all it seems to be is a simple industrial grinder. However, the existence of it having an individual will meets the criteria to be classified as an abnormality. Remember the smoke war? Only thing we really know is that generate energy in the price of making massive amounts of smoke. I can't remember what the smoke war is and what that is, and if it's like a lore. If it's lore from any other game, game that's not Lob Corp, I probably won't know about it. I probably won't know nothing about it because I haven't played any of the other games. But yeah, alright. When approached or touched, the employee will become delirious and throw themselves into the abnormality's mechanical body. Afterward, the machine's ventilation fan will quickly shut off, and the sound of the abnormality operating can be heard from within. This process takes about 5 minutes. After a few experiments, we've concluded that the abnormality desires to gain music from this interaction. It's unlocked on one of the days. I can't remember the smoke war. Not sure. Yeah, I can't remember. What is it again? I guess someone mentioned it, but I didn't remember. There is no detailed research on into this abnormality's quote-unquote music. However, there is a hypothesis that it has a special characteristic that attracts humans in correlation to their specific behaviors or psychological counseling records. If one of our employees has been determined to be addicted to the music, they will need to be treated quickly to prevent any collateral damage, except in counseling lab. I just wanted to write the observation report and get out, but he was acting odd. I warned him not to get too close, but Redacted took one step closer. He said he'll let me hear a fantasy. Then he opened up the lid and jumped into the machine. Wait, hold on. Okay, close. Yep. The lid closed and a loud noise came from inside the creature. There was no way to know what was happening, but I was too terrified to do anything. Admitted, in the dark I realized that the thing was playing an instrument, crushing and cutting Redacted's body. It was creating a rhythm. As I was contemplating my horrific realization, the lid opened again. Bits and pieces of Redacted were in there, so little that you had to wonder what happened to the rest. Admitted, notice mystery, symptoms of addiction to the music of singing machine. 1. It attempts to bring other employees to the containment unit of singing machine by physical force. 2. The dilated pupils. 3. Greatly reduced concentration and cognitive abilities. 4. Refusal to listen to other forms of music. Basically, after Carmen, Suicide, and Bina invading the lab on the outskirts and being turned into a Sephira, Ian and Benjamin had the knowledge of how to work outside of the head's gaze, but for that they needed to become a wing. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like, there's so much lore that I can kind of start to forget some certain details. But yeah, like I remember when Bina invaded, but I can't really remember like the whole smog thing. Yeah, refusal to listen to any other forms of music. Please list any additional symptoms that are found and immediately report to any employees that are suspected of the noted symptoms, except from incident logs. Date XXXXXXXX. Employee M1840 went missing in the company. 2 days later, on the XX, part of a corpse was found inside the singing machine. Genomic analysis revealed that the corpse belonged to the missing employee. The employee was a new hire who had only worked for the company for 3 months, and they had no record of an assignment to work with the abnormality. The culprit was found to be employee Redacted, who was in charge of the singing machine. Redacted confessed after extensive investigation. I know it's crazy, but I had to hear that music again. It was stuck in my head for months. I performed all kinds of experiments. When the machine takes in a cat, it plays for 1 minute. A large dog, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds, but nothing could compare to the music it makes when it eats a human. It might sound ridiculous, but I feel satisfied having heard it once more. Yeah, did someone gain support from Healcare and other associations? Basically, Carmen's event lab on the outskirts. Yep, and them after the war happened, which was later won in the Seed of Light project took over Healcare, founding Lobotomy. Wait, so Healcare is not Lobotomy? I'm guessing? I know. The game has a lot of backstory and lore and stuff. But yeah, singing machine. Singing machine. Will I want to throw people into the singing machine? Will I want to throw myself into the singing machine? Do I want to work on singing machine? Twins Fallen Rise, you don't know the last time Healcare had, unfortunately. Last name Healcare had. So Healcare wasn't always like Lobotomy Corp. I don't know. But yeah. Do I wanna? I don't know why I'm considering it, but do I wanna? It sounds interesting. I would want to give it a shot. Throw in my meat, see what sound comes. Throw in my meat, see hear what sound comes out. I don't know. I still like my meat. Maybe I'll throw in someone else's meat. This is a big stream. As David, the man over heaven, as David. Welcome. But yeah, do I wanna throw my meat into singing machine? Maybe. Do I wanna throw someone else into the singing machine? I'm curious. Honestly, really curious. Maybe I should try. Hesitant smash. But we know that wing was quite unpopular. Sting people, high price, the generation of smoke that negatively affect people. Also smash, but not me. But I'm smashing other people's instead of it. Yes, but yeah, of course. But yeah, alright. Next one, we got Sound Orchestra. An abnormality that loves art and tries to get the entire company to listen to its music. Excerpt from an encyclopedia. The conductor not only corrects musical errors, but is also responsible for creating the best ensemble and taking command of the music. A conductor's skill can be determined within 5 minutes at the podium. The moment the conductor opens the score, the performers read the conductor's eyes, actions, and aura to see if the person is worthy to lead them. Without the understanding and harmony between them, the macroscopic significance contained in the score cannot be expressed. Therefore, an outstanding degree of influence, leadership, and eloquence are essential qualities for a conductor to have. Admitted. First movement, calm and slow. The conductor begins to direct the apocalypse. Movement 2 through 4. Cheerful and fast. Employees start to forget everything and show fervent adoration towards the symphony. The emotion soon turns into internal insanity, driving them to attack anyone near them. The orchestra gives impetus to the music, bringing the entire department to its demise. When all the performers have gathered, the music that no one can hear but everyone can listen to begins. Finally, the music shall perforate your entire being. Okay, careful with the coin return slot. So they realize they're hearing peak and is having a climax. Yeah. A silent orchestra. Will I want to give it a shot? Honestly, hell yeah. If I get to if I get to listen to music that makes me crazy, sign me the fuck up. Also, here we got the Queen Favorite. Okay, I'm hearing you out. Give me your argument. But yeah. Queen of Hatred is an extremely hesitant smash. I'm really in the middle here. I like the mentally ill girls. I like dragon people. I don't know if I want both of them at the same time. Yeah. They say don't stick your dick in crazy, but you need to stick your dick into crazy at least once. Hesitant smash. Hesitant. But we'll give it a shot. Not as something serious, but more as like a Sunday lover or some shit. Yeah. Hesitant. But yeah. I don't know if I don't want. Magical girls are cool. Like Knight of Despair, maybe. Queen of Hatred. I don't know, man. The bipolar into dragon. Bipolar girls are somewhat interesting, but if they bipolar into, I also like dragon girls, but I don't know if I want my dragon girls bipolar. But yeah, we have gone through Bloodbath. I'm still gonna read all of them though. We haven't gone through Bloodbath, but Blood is down there. I think I read parts of Bloodbath at some point. But yeah, let's continue with Woodsman. What about this one? Warm-hearted Woodsman. A mechanical abnormality whose humanoid body is composed entirely of galvanized steel. It holds a giant axe with both hands, but does not show any activity, as if it's unable to move. Queen of Hatred, boring. King of Greed, yeah. I prefer what you call again, Knight of Despair a bit more though. Yeah. Let's see. The friends were imperfect in one way or another, so they helped each other to fill what they were lacking and embark on a journey to make their wishes come true. We'll rate all of them again later. Racist the racist in me. What do you mean by that? Oh dear. The journey to make their wishes come true. The Scarecrow wanted a brain. The Tin Woodsman wanted a heart. The cowardly lion wanted courage, and Dorothy wanted to return home. Scarecrow, I'm guessing, is the Scarecrow. That's the other abno. I'm not sure what the lion is. Yeah, Woodsman is this one, I'm guessing. Scarecrow is that other, the wandering Scarecrow. Lion, no idea. Dorothy wanted to return home. The one they thought to be the Great Wizard is that gave the Woodsman a lead heart. But you're a machine. That means you were built to serve humans. Don't you understand? Machines don't need a heart. Good job making it all the way here, though. Take this as compensation. Be sure to tell everyone waiting for you that your wish definitely came true. Some left with satisfaction. The friends departed and were never to be seen again. The heart called lead was depressing. The Tin Woodsman could agree with this. In anger, he swung his axe through the wizard's heart. The warm heart was pulsing vigorously. He shoved the lead into the wizard's now empty chest. For the first time in his life, the woodsman started laughing at the sight and felt a pleasure he'd never had before. Grabbing a chunk of mushy hearts, he shoves it into his quote-unquote chest. There will never be enough hearts. Once a woodsman, he now fells people instead of trees. This is a forest full of hearts. No matter how many he cuts down, the forest still remains dense. A kind person will carry a warmer heart. When the heart is lost, the woodsman will fall to his knees in sorrow, clutching his empty chest, as if begging for the only thing he has left not to be taken. Galvanized square steel looking eye abnormality. Yeah, galvanized square steel. This is like a children's book, so I guess it's made by this is made by Cogito. Wait, I'm still not super sure what Cogito is. What is Cogito again? This one, at least, abnos like reviews were found instead. Huh. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Is my stream kind of like dying? Give me a second. Oh shit! Hold on. I think my stream is dying. Am I choppy, by the way? If I'm like super choppy, tell me, okay? Because I think my stream is dying. Yeah, I'm dropping like half my frames. I wonder why this happened. So it turns people into abnos, I'm guessing. But yeah, okay, hold on. My frames are dying. Let me see if it will fix itself. Also, Woodsman feels a bit manipulative. It takes advantage of people's kindness. I don't know how I feel about that. Pass. I don't like them to take advantage of my kindness because I want to be kind to them, to people. But yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'm dropping like some frames. I'm dropping like 10% of my frames. So if I move around a lot, it will be like slightly choppy, I'm pretty sure. But I guess if it's not that bad, if you can still hear me clearly, it's fine. But tell me if it gets really bad, okay? Oh yeah, if I move the mouse like this, it might be a bit choppy. But yeah, tell me if it like gets worse, okay? I'm dropping 20% of my frames. God, that sucks. But yeah, internet is still kinda trash. Okay, let's see what's next. We get Snow Queen. It's not affecting the audio at least. Yeah, at least it's not affecting the audio. So I guess I can still read these and yeah, Chromium tabs open. I only have one Firefox tab open. Actually, no, two Firefox tab open because I'm playing the music on like, yeah, this music is from like YouTube because otherwise it's gonna have like it's just gonna have like whatchamacallit again, the wind sounds from the ending. But yeah, Snow Queen. The queen lives alone in the frosty winter forest. Like how every story starts, Kaya was a child with a kind heart. When the shards of a mirror made by an evil fairy were scattered on everyone's heart, Kai began to see things he didn't want to see, or need to see. He left the small village he grew up in. In an unforgiving blizzard, Kai met the Snow Queen. He became curious of the world beyond his knowledge. He felt as though everything he knew amounted to so little. Yeah. Then again, here's the thing. I live in like a shared building, so like someone there is probably like, I don't know, probably downloading some porn and some shit. So that may be the cause of the internet going kind of whack. Like maybe, I don't know, my roommate is probably streaming Shrek the movie or something. I don't know. Let me take a sip. Oh yeah, it's network frames, so yeah. Yeah, needing to reset my system will be painful. But on the bright side, at least it's like not that bad. Usually it's like 20%, like no, like 50%, but right now it's like 15% drop frames. So it could be worse. But yeah, okay. Let's see. He became curious of the world beyond his knowledge. He felt as though everything he knew amounted to so little. The snow palace he reached was so cold. But the Snow Queen's kiss froze his heart, and he couldn't feel the cold anymore. There was no joy in the palace, only the long winter night. And let me take hydrate again, because I really need to hydrate a lot, because I'm reading a lot, and reading makes my throat dry. Alright, Gerda was strong enough to remain unpierced by the mirror, and brave enough to go on a journey to rescue Kai, so he set off towards the Snow Palace. The journey was agonizing. Gerda was hurt and pain. Sometimes she cried. However, eventually, Gerda met Kai. Spring arrived with blossoming roses. His work melted the Snow Queen's palace, and the piece of mirror in Kai's Kai's heart evaporated without a trace. Then left all alone, the Snow Queen admitted. That's storybook. So the human made abno, me. I remember the day we put her in the cryo coffin with our own hands. At some point, her joyous laughter was gone. She just cycled through laughing and crying. And eventually, she was found in the bathtub soaked in red with her wrists cut. We do not believe in that. We'll have her reconstruct from the machines, quote unquote. I have detested for my entire life, but have become the only answer. She would have been disgusted by me for this, dying in the bathtub. However, we were too far down the road, filled with remorse and regret to feel any sort of guilt. One day, it spoke to me. I remember you. You were a kind-hearted person. The moment I heard it, I was seized by the urge to destroy what I had created with my own hands. Huh? Why is that? I don't know, but TLDR, smash. Smash. Next abno. Yeah, Big Bird. I love Big Bird. Big fluffy bird. Which is apparently not fluffy, because apparently it's not, Iron lore. Yes. I also Mr. McColgan was told that apparently like a bloodbath is also pretty like has some iron lore or something. That like when bloodbath is personal. I don't know. I watched many bird and it involves wrist cutting and stuff like that. Yeah. Like McColgan the this thing, right? McColgan something this or something this. Cryo coffin reconstructed with machines. I know. Angel, see that? I remember you were a kind 100%. Oh wait a minute, doesn't mean it's Angela or I guess like Carmen. Funky. Last paragraph, yeah. Huh. Funky. Iron lore. Yes. Yeah. Alright, next with Big Bird. I watched many Iron Bird that patrols the dark forest with an everlasting lamp. Unlike regular birds, it lacks wings and has long arms and stuff. Instead, with which it can pick things up. A method will stare intently at anyone it found, young or old, and bite their head off. There is a tale of a beast that lies in the deepest, darkest part of the forest who dazzles creatures away, never to be seen again. To protect all creatures from the beast, the Big Bird burned all of its feathers to make a wick, then made a lamp that would burn forever. With this eternally lit lamp, the Big Bird was wandering into the forest, warning the creatures to not stray too deep into the trees. Thanks to the large bird, few creatures fell victim to the beast in the forest. However, it was still concerned for the oh god. Also, oh my. Blood-filled bat is mentioned in Snow Kid's page. How I was out of place. Yeah, that as well. Bloody bathtub with wrist cut. I wonder what that's how that's gonna tie into iron or something. But yeah. Again, not straight too deep into the trees. Thanks to the large bird, few creatures fell fatal into the beast in the forest. However, he was still concerned with the creatures still being killed by the beast. An idea struck the big bird's mind. If I kill the creatures first, then no one will be able to be killed by the beast. Since then, only rumors of a beast that will bite your head off flew around the dark forest. It is said that the beast carefully examines and stares at its victims to see if they are the beast that lures helpless creatures away. This is a tale from a town in the location redacted area. We heard the tale of the town's oldest inhabitant. Redacted. Although there is a general assumption that the tale was told to prevent children from entering the forest, it is uncertain who first inherited the tale. Hey, also welcome to Press VA. Has they been? Paper is found in the Black Forest instead of man-made this time. Okay. Yeah, has they been Press VA? Didn't expect you to still be alive. Just finished eating. Yo, what did you eat? But yeah, this is gonna take some time because there is quite a few abnos that we need to go through. Yeah, we can't do anything while the abnormality has its eyes open. It stares intently and it keeps staring amid it. This is why we need to put it to sleep first. We can only begin working when all of its numerous dozens of eyes have entered us into slumber. And it turns out that the tale was not made up. We could find this large bird in the forest. Right after that, we tried to look for the beast that dazzles people. We searched through every nook and cranny of the forest, investigated every single creature in detail. A month later, we came to this conclusion. There was no such beast in the forest except for that big bird. This abnormality is completely ignorant of the common perception of death. The abnormalities that reside in this corporation can be placed into two different categories. The first category is those who understand perfectly well that what the concept and meaning of death is, and it will attack our staff with the intent to kill. The second part has those who are aware of the concept of death, but attack people with malicious intent. This abnormality we have contained here fits into neither of those two categories. To this bird, death itself is salvation. If it just ripped off the head of a poor little girl who got lost in the forest, to it, there was no mistake, malice or murder. It just thinks it's just saved the girl from the beast. Hi, whatchamacallit? Okay, big bird. Whatchamacallit rips people's head off, but I appreciate the noble intent. It's not evil, it's just misunderstood. Smash. Big ball. I love big ball. But yeah, in the in-game cutscenes, it was mentioned that the three birds that make up Apocalypse Bird had come from an ancient river that showed in the Black Forest. Okay, funky. But yeah, so next is all-around helper. Also, like for those of you who wonder like how much we need to go through, it's quite a lot. There's quite a lot we need to go through. Yeah, there's still these as well. There's a lot. So yeah, let's see if we can go through all of it in this stream. If not, we can always pick up on the next stream, on the second stream. But yeah, let's go to all-around helper, which is the next one. There you go, all-around helper. Let's see. It's Reddit. A white clean robot with distinct red eyes that look like a pair of buttons. It always keeps its surroundings neat and tidy. It was originally a mass-produced helper robot intended for domestic use. The writing on its back says, an innovative invention that can clean, cook, and even serve as light security using various tools attached to its limbs, built to perform efficiently and quickly. Manufactured by XX Incorporated. X-Corp. It recognizes a bad mood as a sign that the surroundings are dirty and promptly enters cleaning mode. It will alert its status by stating lines such as contamination detected, commencing cleaning. However, the limbs are equipped with sharp instruments instead of cleaning supplies. Rumor has it they were supposed to be used for cutting meat, but they were made to respond to the clean command by accident. There is no way to confirm whether this is true. It has determined that the screaming humans make after it cleans is a sign of a job well done, and a prompt to continue its cleaning. An audio record found within the robot. Oh, it's the new helper robot. Let me see. I wanna see. Do you wanna touch it? Clank. Then try turning it on and play with it. The phone rings. I'll be right back after I get the phone, okay? Sounds of buttons being pressed. Helper robot. Hello, I'm your friendly helper robot. How may I serve you? Question mark. Cleaning. I want to help mommy cleaning. Helper robot. Environment contamination 70%. Filth level mild. Commencing cleaning mode. Wow, it's cleaning. It's clean. Helper robot. After a few seconds of streaking, the power abruptly went out. Yeah. Hanhan, that's a lot. You may need to split into 2 streams. Yeah, we may be able to do that. We used to watch on live feeds we were sent there. I don't really actually remember when, but then you have the Discord. Yeah, I do have the Discord server. There is a Discord server. You can join it on the link in the description if you want. But I haven't been doing the video reacts that much because like I get bored really easily watching YouTube videos, especially on stream. So yeah. Yeah. Next, we got Snow White's apple. This one's short. Like at least some of them is pretty short, like this one. This was still up and running. Yep. It should be in the description or in my profile. There's also one. So yeah. When the prince kissed the princess, she coughed up the bits of an apple stuck in her throat. The dwarfs cried out in happiness. Snow White and the prince walked through a flower-covered path and headed to their kingdom. Everyone lived happily ever after. Then there was the apple created from the wishes and curse. It was also part of herself. The apple that dropped from Snow White's hand after a single bite could never be happy. The apple, full of loneliness and hatred toward the princess, waited for the day it would rot away and return to earth. Was it the enchantment or was it the rat which was bending the laws of nature? Even after enough time had passed for it to rot and allow its seed to bear fruit, the apple did not rot. In the meantime, one half of it was kicked and crushed by someone's foot. The other half was filled with holes, eaten away by the likes of birds and bugs. The carcasses of birds and bugs piled up near the apple. The apple pondered about its existence in the midst of the corpses rotting around it. One day, a branch grew from it. The leaves and branches were already withered and dry, but it continued to grow. Finally, one afternoon, the apple gained the ability to move on its own. It thought of the princess and the prince who left happily. Snow White had also been sleeping for a long time, but the prince came and woke her up. The apple, now a princess in its own right, no longer needed a prince. She began to embark on a journey. Except from the hidden stories and fairy tales no one knew. Other unknown. Okay. Yeah, made by courtesy, maybe understand. So it might understandably be intentional. I wonder why. What's their goal? But yeah, okay, we're on the second page though. We got like this page and okay, we might like hold on. How many pages? Like this 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, 5 page, 6 page. Page 6. Okay, I mean we'll try to go through 3 pages here and then we can do the other 3 on like on the next stream or something. Because it's quite a lot. But yeah, next it's Spider-Bud. Also, whatchamacallit, all-around helper. Sounds fun. Smash. Sounds like a good suppression. Experience. So smash. Snow White's apple though. It's just kinda lonely. Though it doesn't really need anyone anymore. Important journey. What kind of journey? Smash. Next, we got Spider-Bud. An abnormality that takes the form of a giant spider, guarding its domain in darkness. It's difficult to see the abnormality with bare eyes. Small spiderlings skid around the floor. Our proud employee Peter entered the abnormality's containment unit one day. When he shone the flashlight on the floor, small little spiders skidded away from the light. When Peter squashed one of the spiderlings by accident, a giant spider descended from the ceiling. Peter was dragged to the ceiling in only a moment. The cocoon employee hanging off the ceiling of the containment unit will be a healthy meal for the spider's offspring. Unsurprisingly, not a single employee volunteered to retrieve the corpse of the cocoon collie. Except from an animal encyclopedia. In fact, a fact often overlooked by many is that victims trapped in the spider's cocoon are actually not dead. The prey is in fact slowly dying within. Their death is postponed so they can be kept fresh for later consumption. The spider's cocoon contains a toxin that permanently damages the heart, eventually leading to death. Insects trapped in the pitch black cocoons have no choice but to wait for the spiderlings to feed on them, feeling their heartbeat slower and slower. Admitted. except from the head of the welfare department's letter. We do appreciate your suggestion. However, our own research indicates that your concerns are unlikely to be true. Furthermore, it is proven that the presence of a cocoon in the containment unit increases the energy output. For these reasons, we will not implement a rescue procedure for employees who are caught by spider-bite, as it is against our interests. However, we will allocate more resources into researching this specimen in the future. Per your opinion, please be advised that disrupting the atmosphere of our workplace by spreading unconfirmed rumors is against the code of conduct and may even be subject to penalties, including dismissal. Lobotomy always values the welfare and voices of its employees. Head of the welfare department, Lobotomy Corporation. That doesn't sound like Chesed. There's an eerie rumor spreading among employees. It's not out of the ordinary for a rumor to spread in a company like this, but it is interesting that the number of alleged witnesses seem to multiply. The rumors say the following. Whispers can be heard in the containment unit at night. It was the voice of Alex, who went missing a few days ago. They say the voice wept in terror, asking to be saved from the darkness. Fun. But yeah, alright. Next. Also, spider butt. I think cocoons are nice. I wanna be cocoon. Smash. Next we get Beauty and the Beast. I always wondered what the picture of Beauty and the Beast is. It's like a raspberry eyeball raspberry. Self-loathing abnormality that spends every day letting out miserable screams. It wishes to break the cycle of the curse, but there is no way to do so. Beauty was once a fair lady with charming green eyes. One day, this poor lady learns of a job opening at the manor of the Count, with the promise of hefty payment. The Count had a monstrous appearance. Rumor says that anyone who dares to enter his manor is never seen again. It must be that hideous monster preying on people. With that thought in her mind, she bought a very sharp knife with her. The lady was hired and worked at the manor. Contrary to the rumor, the monster was nowhere to be seen. Sometimes at night she could hear a voice. It was very kind and compensated her for her troubles handsomely. Working in the manor, the lady bore a greedy thought. If the Count was gone, I could take all of his possessions for myself. One day, she went inside the Count's room, the room that she was instructed to never enter during the day. There she saw the Count's true form. He was truly horrendous. Hundreds of eyes, 4 legs, he was neither a human nor an animal. The lady thought, perhaps a hideous monster would be better off if it didn't exist. She proceeded to stab the beast with her knife. Surprisingly, the beast laughed in its last moments. Before the lady could even ask why it was laughing, she began to change. Hundreds of eyes formed, and a thick coat of fur grew on her. Soon, she turned into the beast. Now the manor and all its riches belong to her. Rumor says that anyone who dares to enter the Count's manor is never seen again. Ah, yes, that's actually a pretty cool story. Wait, is it based off the folklore? I never actually I don't really read that much kids stories, but that's pretty cool. Cool story, bro. Now smash. Next. Lake Doctor. Fun. Wears a black fedora and a big mask. Has huge black wings instead of arms or legs. It is capable of human communication, though it prefers to talk a little. It came to this facility by itself, claiming that the world has contracted a dreadful disease only it is able to cure. We could not find anything about this disease it refers to. It seems to like treating employees when they are injured or sick. It shows satisfaction when helping others, and seems quite sympathetic and benevolent. Even after a week of observation, we found no aggression, violence, or attempt to escape. Only contributions to the assumption that this abnormality is eminently gentle, quote-unquote. All of our employees use this word to describe this creature, and good for us. Employee Alex, who had a serious scar on his forehead from subduing an abnormality, walked into this abnormality's chamber with his scar's recovery incomplete. The abnormality, which normally isn't Loquacious started talking as soon as it saw the employee's scar. Observation record _1. The abnormality asked, "Why have you not treated that scar?" Alex replied, "I had no time, so I just gave it a little bit of first aid." Then the plague doctor answered, "I shall heal you, curing you of all disease and injury you possess." Alex came out of the chamber with his scar completely healed. Fun. This on its own is fun. But do I want to become an apostle? Do I want to become an apostle? It'll be interesting. I'll give it a shot. Smash. Next we get the White Knight. They do have the same. Oh, they don't have the same thing actually. They Big Daughter is O and White Knight is T. Interesting. It takes the form of a newborn fetus, though the appearance is so grossly grotesque, it's hard to even call it a fetus. While communication is possible, it doesn't occur in a normal way. Every word he utters echoes throughout the entire containment unit. "My disciples, whom I bless, ye shall leave the way of evil that once ye were following and find me. When the time comes, I shall forgive your sins and descend to the earth ye are living on." The 12 employees who were blessed by him will transform and roam the facility to deliver redemption to every single employee. Wings will grow from their backs, and they will wear masks in the shape of beaks and bear crosses that forgive all sins. "Follow my teachings as I hold thee. Thou wilt abandon flesh and be born again." His disciples will be born again as ones who shall reach out to those far away from the light, ones who shall embrace their neighbors, missionaries who shall spread the gospel to all their fellows. They are. The time has come. Soon the bell shall ring. A new world will come. "Rise, my servants, rise and serve me. I am death and life, darkness and light." Do I wanna fuck a god? I would say so. I think it'll be a fun experience. So smash. Also, yeah, pale damage. I love taking pale damage. Smash. Rudolta. Oh, my eyes are gonna itchy. An old card attached to the abnormality. "Merry Christmas." Santa rushes along the night sky to deliver presents to happy kids who don't cry. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer shines his nose so bright through the fog while tugging along a sleigh full of presents, guiding it along tonight. Every happy kid around the world deserves a present. From afar, the abnormality resembles Santa Claus atop his sleigh, but upon closer inspection, it is completely different from its description in common folklore. Contrary to the titular cat Rudolph, the sleigh drags the reindeer along. We've observed the three different portions of the abnormality separately. Rudolph, an organic entity in colors of green, red, and white that appears to be a horse or a deer. Its muscles do not seem to move, but many of our staff report movement in the eyes. Some say that they've made eye contact with it. There's a 30cm diameter hole in its abdomen. Our employees later reported that the hole was empty. Santa, a mysterious and transparent organic entity on top of Rudolph, is full of what seems to be human organs, all of which function normally. That is kind of metal though, like a transparent body where the organs functioning normally. That's cool. The sleigh, the size is similar to that of a child's. The plating looks like organic skin. And there are white runners attached to the bottom. The accessories of the sleigh are replaced with stiff, severed hands. Unknown objects are carefully wrapped in gifts. Many employees try to open these gifts but fail. Rumor has it that they can only be opened on Christmas Day. These three elements are cruelly sewn together. Dr. Blind suggested that all three parts may be made from a single body. Whoever made this thing must have had a great hatred for Christmas. Well, that or they've never seen Santa Claus. Right. Funky. Do I want to smash Santa? Yes. It's also a 3-in-1. We get to smash Rudolph, Santa, and the sleigh. Smash. Next question. Next one. Queen Bee. Its form appears to be an amalgamation of a gargantuan beehive and a bee. The cross-section of the inside shows a darkish red surface with particles here and there, much like that of raw meat. The segment that appears to be the face is heavily distorted. It has wings, but they lost their intended function of flight. The one eye that remains relatively intact shows pupillary movement, as if to watch for approaching intruders. The abnormality always remains still, so it assumed that it does not move. When certain conditions are met, it releases spores. It will generate billions of spores within a 20-meter radius. The existence of life forms in its vicinity seems to be one of the key requirements. When it did, there was no immediate change in the employees who inhaled the spores, and no anomalous signs could be detected on the examination that followed. Once mortem had passed, the employee experienced severe pain in their occipital lobe and abdomen. Then, after a certain period of time, their head dislodged from their body, and a worker bee emerged from the separated body. It has been confirmed that the spores carry drone eggs that hatch inside a living host. Based on the findings of an autopsy done on an employee killed by the abnormality, we believe that the larva will subsist on any portion of the body, be it blood, organs, or fat. It will move freely around the body at this stage. When it becomes too large to move, it creates a cocoon near the intestines. The host feels extreme hunger at this stage, eating much more than usual. This cocoon moves upward through the body as it grows, eventually damaging the arteries of the throat and the cricothyroid with its jaws, and it severs the host's head from the body. After this, it will emerge from the body, exacerbating the wound of the host further. Except for counseling log. Redacted had been telling me about this itchy neck for a while. He complained about indigestion too. One time I saw him take a bunch of digestives. Who would have thought that it would turn out to be such a serious issue? I never knew I'll be one to witness that horrible moment. Admitted, Redacted and I were chatting, but suddenly he stopped speaking. He was still scratching his neck. He was turning so red I was getting worried. Then his neck started to turn at such a strange angle. Right then and there I realized the severity of the situation. There was no way he would have been putting his neck that way on his own. It looked like someone was forcefully twisting his neck. And then I heard a zip, like the noise of shredding paper. A foreign sound of something tearing. His head fell to the floor. I heard a dull thud. Then, as if enough hadn't happened already, something began to crawl out of his neck, just like a butterfly emerging from a cocoon, tearing apart his headless body. The wings, the yellow trunk, the teeth that gnawed away his body. It's something I never wanted to see again. A being I'd hate to describe as something alive. Admitted, it seemed to be aware of me somehow, but it looked like it didn't have any reason to attack at that moment, so it picked up his cranium and flew away, like a drone carrying honey. I can still hear the sound of its jaw rattling and its wing beating. Worker bee. Its appearance is clearly different between bees. Other than its color, it's capable of flight, but can only hover about 1 meter above the ground. It lacks an antenna or eyes. A long appendage that appears to be an intestine tracks behind its rear on the floor. Worker bees show only two forms of behavior: delivering nutrients to the queen and proliferating. Upon encountering an employee, it uses its jaws to crush their head and then proceeds to inject a pupa into their body. Also, that is actually super cool. Like the bee is like the queen is like the hive itself, and then it releases spores that grows into workers that bring back food. That's actually super cool. I really like that. Will I eat those spores? Probably. I like xenomorphs and things that are adjacent. Smash. Next. Bloodbath. Yeah, I remember I read this one, but I'm gonna read this one again because last time I read this was very on one of the very early episodes. It's quite a while ago. Let me fix my sitting position first. An abnormality which contains the pain of all those who couldn't take their sorrow in stride. A bath of a gloomy color, coupled with blood. The blood is always kept in equilibrium. It never overflows. Only despair can be found in its sunken depths. Unbearable depression overwhelms all who look into the bath. Wait, hold on. Oh god, my tummy is kind of feeling weird. Probably an abno, I know. In an instant, it can pull a nearby person into it. It bears no considerable strength, but those who suffer from its crushing depression do not resist. It devours the victim until nothing remains except their wrists. All of the hands which float in the bath are pale and sanguinated. They stretch into the air and reach out as if asking for help. It's no easy feat to cut one's wrist with a sane mind. A strong will is needed, with the resolve to make multiple attempts. Only when it is sliced as if one were simply cutting a mere slab of meat can they achieve this. Only when one yearns for that much that they can succeed. I eternally regret not realizing to ask her why she needed that industrial knife. I eternally regret not realizing that she was hiding her wrist with long sleeves. Oh wait, is this like Ian and Carmen? Like, is this Carmen? I don't know. I eternally regret not realizing that she always took extra care to hide them whenever I spoke with her. I eternally regret not realizing that I never heard her cheerful laughter anymore, and that she roamed around the company with lifeless eyes more and more often. I can't even imagine how painful it would be to cut your wrist. I found out that the only reason she could manage to do something like that was she cut hers straight through. We always pop open a bottle of wine every time we succeeded. It became one of our customs. She told us that it only takes one slight misstep to fall into indifferent habit if we get too used to success. Thus, we should always smile, rejoice, and celebrate every little thing in the wake of success. And we should never neglect failure, as success can be born from a pile of failures. When I saw the latest work of scars on her wrist, I was reminded of our wine cabinet. We had used up so many of the bottles, there was only one left. That day, I popped the cork of the last one. But yeah, is this talking about like Carmen and stuff? Now that I got some context of like the ending, because like Carmen did the that's interesting, huh? All right, next, Welsh years. Yeah, let's go. Employees records, source unknown. Hey, have you guys ever been to one of those lobotomy meetups? Mind you, it took a lot of courage for me to bring this up again. You see, there's a bunch of clubs in this company where employees gather up. I once attended some kind of ping pong group event thing, but there weren't any girls there, so I pulled out real quick, lol. How lol is like writing there. It's like whatchamacallit, since it's like a record, so it implies that the employee said lol in real life, like actually said lol. Okay, that is a very popular theory. However, it doesn't make sense given the fact that it was also stated that all what was life of Karen was basically the bright matter which is in the jar, but it's also pseudo confirmed. Yeah, I guess it's more of like a whatchamacallit. It's like whatchamacallit. Wait, like it's not that specifically Carmen is like involved with bloodbath. Wait, hold on, did Carmen make? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think Carmen is bloodbath. It's just like maybe like bloodbath reminds again of Carmen or some shit. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, ping pong group showed up. Hold on, where was I? So it's now starting with getting together on the corporation board. I get interested, so I called the group leader and he introduced himself as redacted from safety. I asked if there were any girls in the group. He told me there were a ton of female employees. Not that got me super interested, so I signed up right away for the upcoming meetup. So I showed up, got a name tag like everyone else. I don't remember everything, but I think I saw three people from training and 2 from information. Also, let me take a sip. Thank you for that. We learn more about Carmen and life in Ruina. Okay. I guess like I'm gonna play that next. Also, hold on, I dropped something. Oh god, it's pretty far down on the ground. I wish my hands were longer. Let me take a sip. Okay. About maybe half an hour later, the leader brought in dozens of cans of wheelchairs on a tray and gave one to each of us. I should have realized something was wrong because the can was already open, but I'm a sucker for soda and I just gulped the damn thing down my throat the moment he passed me a can. LMAO! Oh my god, I love this thing. I think it's like, I don't know, is it like a chat lock or something? Like in Facebook chat lock? And also preemptive warning before you play that game. A couple of songs are copyrighted. Yeah, I mean, personally, I think that's fine. I played a lot of games with like copyrighted songs anyways. So yeah, I love how there's LMAO in here. LMAOOO. Now after that, the leader told us it's time to move. And he said he got a fan rented for us. We all thought he was an awesome guy for that. I hopped in the van with 2 employees from the horde and 1 guy from the same department as me. Leader said it was gonna take about an hour drive, so we could just nap if we wanted. So we did. Weird thing was though, I went to sleep real fast. Like the moment I shut my eyes, I was out like a light. I have insomnia, but for whatever reason, I fell asleep so fast. Then, let me just. Sorry, that was my big mistake. Anyway, I was sound asleep, but then I heard seagulls, and I was like, what the fuck? Seagulls? Yeah, I love how it's like WTF and also like so many question marks. Yeah, at first I thought it was someone's phone alarm, but then I heard waves crashing, and I was like, man, this is way too real to be a phone alarm. So I opened my eyes to find myself lying on the deck. It was on a goddamn boat. LMFAO, an actual real life boat? I knew I was screwed the moment I saw shrimp hopping around. It sent chills down my spine. I wanted to believe it was all a dream, but I swear that shrimp's realistic hopping was a sobering sight. The realization crushed me like a hammer, and I was surrounded by people who looked like they were the crew. They were all beefed up. It felt like they'd put me back to sleep with force if I said something wrong. One slip and now I'd be swimming with the sharks. The crew was something around 10 people, including the captain, boatswain, cook, and all that. And yeah, comment as usual. Frosimono is actually very good at using modern language in their stories, so me physically recoiling from cringe. Yeah, I think this is. I think for this, it's actually because this is meant to be like some sort of like, you know, dude typing in like Reddit or something. Cause like it seems from the typing, it seems like that. Like the log is from someone typing on Reddit or something. They all chuckled at me while I was spacing out. The guy who looked like the captain walked towards me and asked me about my height and weight. I asked him when the ship goes to port. He told me it will be about a month, but that I shouldn't try and run away or anything, cause they already made a deal with my people. I had no damn idea who my people were, but I was too scared to ask. Then the other crew members called me over for lunch. They were making instant ramen, putting shrimp, crabs, clams, and all sorts of other stuff in it. They told me to stop acting like I was about to jump into the sea to try their ramen. I said no at first, but they laughed at me again, saying there wasn't any sleeping pills or stuff like that in it, and gave me some anyways. I managed to get the lift, so I ate it. It tasted better than I expected it to. As soon as we finished lunch, they told me they were going to teach me how to adjust the ropes. I pretty much gave up at that point, so I simply answered sure. All I could see anyways was these little islands that no one would have a chance at surviving on. For a month, I learned how to pull up fish traps, fill bait boxes, prepare fishing nets, cook some ramen, get coffee, and all sorts of stuff. I kept getting better and better, and I got to the point where I could prepare mackerel sashimi and fish stew for the crew. Everyone complimented it, saying I could open a restaurant with that stew. Later on, we went through a couple of typhoons. Them and I started forming some kind of bond, companionship. Whales were becoming a common sight at that point. 2 weeks, and the captain told me I was pretty good and asked me if I was interested in officially joining the crew. When I thought about it, I would have been fired from the corp anyway, so this seemed like a legit opportunity to make a living. This was the first time I ever got a compliment after all. What am I doing now? Well, I've been promoted, and now I'm living fine. I found true happiness in cracking open a cold one after a hard day's work, covered in seawater and sweat. I'm at the port now, but we gotta take off soon to catch some more shrimp. Never know what your future holds, bros. Sometimes I think about those other folk who were at the meetup that day. Not that I really want to snoop around to find out though. I just try to keep a positive mind. I want to say they're hopefully doing good just like me. Oh, it's time to sell out. See you guys. Okay. First of all, what the fuck? What the fuck? Huh? This is whack. Okay. Huh. Funky. I wanna be a crew in a shrimp ship. Smash. This is weird, but smash. Next, we get Aryun. I hate you, Aryun. The abnormality that knows of Spring's genesis and Autumn's passing. Its surface is smooth as if it were ceramic. In the place where the abnormality's eyes should be, it's empty. Okay. The cracks and openings are instead filled with growing plants. Aryun, a lovely one, a doll yearned to be human. It was adored by people. Its people soulful. Aryun, abandoned in a dark forest, its eyes swallowed by crows lusting for glitter, its mind, life and heart slowly withered away. Aryun, lacking eyes but all-seeing, the human yearned to be a doll, bearing the hope to return to dust. It shall go back to the grave with all that desire to live. What's its details again? I forgot. It does not have any details that really relate to it anyways. What the hell is Aryun? Yeah. What the actual hell is Aryun, really? Well, time to find out. Smash. Forsaken murderer. An abnormality whose brain is imbued with rage, screams, and malicious cries. There's a wound on his forehead that never seems to heal. He hates everyone and everything. He wears a straitjacket, but is as free as any man. No amount of chains and restraints is enough to prevent him from committing violence. He always had to wear a straitjacket. Some say he was a death row inmate from the federal prison. The researchers were always curious around him. They felt that the straitjacket couldn't contain him. The researchers wanted to study a murderer's brain to prove that— oh, oopsies, I accidentally clicked next. To prove that innate evil existed. It was difficult to determine who was worse, a man who murdered the innocent with no remorse, or the researchers who wanted to open his brain to satiate their curiosity. A wide range of medicine and chemicals were injected into him. Some were used for the sake of humanity's future, while others were for new medical techniques. They all had the potential of changing the world. The researchers were getting more and more excited, although they didn't openly express so. It was almost palpable. They said they found a cure, but they never said what was cure. The prisoner spoke less and less. His aggressiveness— oopsies, wrong button. His aggressiveness was suppressed, but at the same time, he lost himself. After an extensive review, he was permitted to have the straitjacket removed. It feels like my head is turning to metal. I sometimes hear metallic creaks in my head. As the days passed by, he began inflicting self-harm. He would continuously hit his head on the wall or hard surfaces. He insisted on checking if his head really was turning to metal. One day, they eventually decided to leave him with the hope that he would stop once he was wounded. However, even with blood pouring down his face, he wouldn't stop until his wound was so deep the whites of his skull were peeking through. He had to wear the straitjacket again, but he was no longer feared or monitored like before. A researcher died. It would have been difficult to identify him without his ID card, as his head was violently crushed. Lax security meant that the door was often left unlocked or unattended. The prisoner that everyone believed to be confined was moving around on his knees. My head turning to metal, whilst my brain being flattened. He kept repeating strange words, and the final procedure was quickly put in place. Treatment was halted, and he was dissected so his brain could be used for research. How do I know? I sedated him myself. He kept muttering nonsense until the end. Ends begins, end. Seem to be the only actual English chat. Yeah, it's kinda normal. Don't worry about that. People are mostly on YouTube because again, I don't really do much on Twitch. Twitch is kind of like a burner platform for me. It's kind of like a funnel for my YouTube, anyways. But yeah. Yeah. Anyways, next. Also, for second mute murder. No thanks. I don't think so. Next, Child of the Galaxy. It was night veiled in gentle mist. A beautiful child was looking at me. He was crying, his dreamy eyes filled with sorrow. The sadness hanging on his face stopped me in his tracks. He said he lost something precious, and when I offered to help, he gave me a big smile. A teardrop fell from the child's dewy eyes as stars shone from the sky. Yeah, so if all I knows, I have everything except for Parasite 3 that I checked. At least that's what I cross-checked. From cross-check, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not mistaken, I'm only missing Parasite 3, which I can just open the wiki for. I cross-checked it like last time, but it's still 100% codex because because Parasite 3 is a donor abno, so it's still like it's still 100%. So yeah. But yeah, he gave me a big smile. They dropped from the child's dewy eyes as stars shone from the sky. The world falls into a slumber, trapped in an ecstatic lullaby. That night the galaxy descended with bare feet. Except from the diary of employee redacted who committed suicide. It takes the form of a young boy with big eyes and skin that resembles the night sky. The child shows great enjoyment with talking and playing with others. He has a strong attachment to the act of making contact with another. If the child and an employee reach a certain level of intimacy, he will give a small pebble to the employee he now considers his friend. The employee will feel happiness and figure while in possession of the pebble. However, this pebble will do more than just good if the employee happens to enter any containment unit other than his. If an employee in possession of one of the child's pebbles, the sign of their strong friendship, dies, he will show deep grief and sorrow for their loss. Except from employee Redactor's diary. XXXX. Did you do nothing theirs? Yep, I did nothing theirs. It was neat. Also smash. But yeah. Look into the child's eyes for a while. I may have spaced out a little bit because his eyes were so dreamy. I wanted to pet him, but I remembered my co-workers telling me not to have personal feelings towards abnormalities. I told him my name. He repeated it with wide eyes as if he found out a big secret. Each time he called my name, it felt like it became nothing more than just a familiar thing I had been living with. When another employee entered the child's containment unit, he did not follow that employee and looked for me instead. I felt basically triumphant after hearing about that. The kid follows me, not you. The moment I entered the child's room, he jumped into my arms crying. When I finally set him down, he shed a tear that became a small white pebble that fell in my hand. Please don't lose it, and don't give it to anyone else, the boy mumbled. Do you like it more than you like me? The boy quietly asked when I arrived after finishing work with another abnormality. I asked how he knew what I was doing, and he answered lightly. Isn't it obvious? I know everything. Whatever you do, wherever you go. His gaze lay on the pebble. Then he smiled. His eyes gave me goosebumps. I tried to rid myself of the pebble, but I realized it was beyond my control. I don't get what I'm talking about right now, but quote unquote, you'll still treasure it, right? The child smiles at me. Smiles. I can't just get this pebble off me. My only hope is to wait for the child to tire of me. I'm waiting for that day, but will it ever come? People tell me I'm an excellent employee. Idiots, they don't know a thing. Shut up. I can't take it anymore. I can't escape him. I thought I was in charge, but the truth is, I was just a pebble in his hands the whole time. Whatever I do, wherever I go, I hear his whispers. I have to end, but I'm not even sure if I can. I came from afar. I'm so glad to meet you. Become a pebble. Let's walk the galaxy together. I hear his whispers and breath. Pitch black darkness follows, just like the night I met him. Sounds like someone with like attachment issues, like a very possessive person. Not sure how I feel about that. I really do not want to, like, you know like that, those kind of like people who, like, when you date them, they're like they get so super paranoid about your, they want to see your chat logs every day, your Discord DMs, make sure you're not hanging out with anybody else, stuff like that, and then they stalk you and shit, stalk your Instagram. It's kind of those kind of people. No thanks. Next. Punishing bird, my favorite. A small and confident bird that punishes the evil, guilty, and all sorts of irreverent people, not irrelevant. Irreverent people. Some employees have said that it is cute, and when the bird is mightily some employees have said that it is cute when the bird mightily flutters its tiny wings. People have been committing sins since long ago. Why do they commit sins knowing it's wrong? Small bird wondered. It must be because there's no one to punish people for their misdeeds. If someone takes that role, then no foul act will happen in this world ever again. With this in mind, the little bird left the forest it had been living in and never went back. Very cute. Smash. Next. Red Riding Hood. Quote unquote, I'm a pro. If you make a request, then I might help you. I used to be expensive, but I'll cut you some slack here. Under one condition. Hand that dreadful, cunning bastard over to me if you ever see him. I'll hang his head over my bed. Only then can I get up with what would have been a nightmare. An imposing abnormality taking the form of a female warrior with a striking red hood. Her frayed hood has initials embroidered on it, unreadable due to the damage the hood has taken. Panic patches can be seen on the hood, suggesting that it's been well worn. Okay. According to her own claims, she used to be a mercenary before coming to this facility, wandering around without fixed residence. She does not trust others easily, and has an extreme fondness for battle. She is unusually uncomfortable with parts of her face and body being exposed, or looking at a mirror. Other numerous symptoms of paranoia have been observed in her behavior. She has a strong desire to resolve emergency situations when they break out. She calls it a request of some kind. Since this behavior consequently helps management, the company recommended putting it to use depending on the situation. The following contains information that employees of every level should know. However, if she encounters the big bad wolf, the situation will change drastically. She'll undergo several psychological transitions, including sudden depersonalization and indeterminate explosive disorder. This encounter will lead to serious collateral damage, so it's advised to avoid any case where the two may face each other. Between us, there's no victory to be won. All I think about is how I'll kill that bastard in a way more gruesome and painful than the last time. Thus, there's no toast to raise. There's no deliciously baked cakes to eat, or wine to drink. I got used to grinding the axe instead of picking flowers when I was 15. Okay, scary. But she seems to be she seems to be sane until the big bad wolf comes in. Smash! Big and will be bad wolf. An abnormality in the shape of a wolf with sparsely damaged fur. It is bipedal and is capable of communication to some extent. It always attempts to devour employees or breach. Such actions are easily preventable since it shows obvious signs in behavior and conversation before doing so, making this abnormality fairly easy to manage. The incident on the day of Redacted was an alerting event for many employees. The moment Red Riding Hood ran into the wolf, the situation spiraled out of control, prevent the two from meeting at all costs, considering the potential damage it may cause. it will be a wise decision to sacrifice a few employees to divert their attention away from each other. He had flesh for the first time in a long while, and its taste was so good. In the corner of his eye, a familiar piece of red cloth stood out from the wardrobe. He may or may not have seen it before, but he didn't really care about it. Since then, it got harder and harder to keep himself in check. Still, it didn't matter to him. After all, he was destined to be the big bad wolf. There may be lots of stories here, but no story is as disgusting as the wolf's role. It was a sin to be born as a wolf. No one cared about a wolf's name. It has to be called a big bad wolf. All wolves are raised to become giant, ferocious, and hairy monsters. Wolves could not eat other animals, even if they were starving. Wolves could not cross the line when doing bad things, and wolves had to be punished. Wolves always needed to be an example. Wolves could not make friends with anyone. Admitted. Okay. I don't want to be called a furry, so pass. Also, wait, I think this is just straight up bestiality. Yeah, probably a pass. Because I don't think society would like it if it were any other way. Oh boy. Anyways, next, fragment of the universe. An abnormality that resembles a child's innocent doodles. Originally, it had no stable form. Its shape would continually morph. To this day, its aspects still change, albeit at a much slower pace. Component analysis has revealed that the abnormality consists of matter that does not exist on Earth. It is notable for its metaphysical appearance that one cannot explain with words. It often shows incomprehensible linguistic activity. One employee tried to decipher its speech. See document 1, employee David's song. But their mental contamination level rose beyond the limit, which, within several days, he suffered severe psychosis and had to be quarantined. The abnormality's tentacles, which are quite different from what we consider the average tentacle, for simplicity's sake, we've monikered the term as tentacles, can pierce through the barrier of humanity. What does that mean? Employees impaled by the tentacles will suffer semi-permanent brain damage. Fun. When the abnormality escapes its containment unit, it will emit noises from the corridor, as the sounds it makes have what could be considered a melody and syllables. Consider it singing. However, one of our staff can precisely remember it, given that most of the time they are unable to describe it due to their serious brain damage. Those who were within 100 meters of the singing called it a sound unheard of in this world. Because of these descriptions, we've titled it Echoes from the Beyond. See document 2, Singing. Did you do Sound Orchestra? Yep, Sound Orchestra was a smash. Experiment 1, the possibility of communication. We have determined that the abnormality has an intelligence similar to or even higher than that of humans, and gave it a simple language learning course. As a result, a crude communication by combining words has become possible. The following is a segment of the communication record with the abnormality. Are all of your kind similar in appearance? Negative, outside, child, see, picture, face, happy, change, form. Negative, so no, outside, so outside of the facility, when a child sees a picture of a happy face, it changes forms. Wait, I'm not sure. Why have you come here? Knowledge sharing knowledge with human. Also negative, also child see picture of face, happy, change form. So their kind is like all different, and outside, when a child sees a picture of a happy face, it changes forms? Huh. I wonder what that's. I'm not sure how to make sense of that. Why do you want to share your knowledge with us? Understanding knowledge, moment, no. Universe, coincidence, negative, none. Huh. Understanding knowledge moment, no universe negative, coincidence negative none. Oi? What do you mean oi? This section is an attempt to decipher the conversation with the abnormality. It bases its form on a picture drawn by a child. It changed its form because the child's expression while drawing it was happy. Okay. Yeah, I did do sound orchestra. I thought I answered that already. Yeah, I answered that already. I did do sound orchestra. Unless you didn't hear me or something, I don't know. But yeah. It came here to share its species knowledge with us. The moment we fully understand that knowledge, we will know its ultimate goal. There is no such thing as a coincidence in the universe. Okay. Experiment 2. An experiment on laughter. After watching a video about laughing for 30 minutes, the abnormality understood the concept of laughing. After that, when employees entered its containment unit to work with it, it would sometimes emit a strange noise with what appeared to be the shape of a smile on its face. It looked like it was mimicking a laughter. It's kinda cute. Experiment 3. Comprehension of symbols. We thought of the meaning of various symbols along with language. Among them was the shape of a heart. The symbol provoked a distinct change from the abnormality. Q. Showing the abnormality a picture of a heart. This is the symbol of the heart. Many people believe that emotions come from the heart, and the symbol is used to express positive emotions or a liking for someone, a method. Afterwards, several symbols resembling hearts were seen on the abnormality's body. It seemed to understand that the symbol could be used to express friendliness towards humans. Combining the results of the previous 2 experiments, we can confirm that this abnormality is non-hostile to humans and wishes to become friends. Document 1. Employee David's song. David was famous in his department for his attempts to communicate with the fragment of the universe. He was an intellectual who enjoyed reading philosophical books and gazing at the stars. He held interest in the abnormality and as such, he got the job. He researched its language and behavior purely out of personal interest. So, what became of David? Eventually, he succeeded in entering the domain of the fragment of the universe. However, it was obvious that his small brain couldn't withstand it. He was transferred to the psychiatric ward and died of starvation while singing an unrecognizable song. This is why the abnormality's voice cannot be revealed to the public. Audio record echoes in the universe, currently removed. Document 2. Singing. Yeah, I didn't hear them. Yeah, it was like a while ago. I guess it happens. And I guess sometimes the stream cuts off every now and then. So because internet, so maybe that's why you missed it. I don't know. I have no idea if there's any pattern, but they all show the same strange behavior on the exact same days. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. Why didn't you tell me that the abnormality was too strong for the condition? Any pattern, show strange behavior. Can you imagine a group of patients staring at the sky with these faces, wailing strange noises in the corridor at night while everyone is asleep? I had such a difficult time persuading the other patients that they must have been practicing for the company's upcoming Halloween event. Psychiatric treatment and medicine will help. Coming, still coming. They keep repeating these words, and anything else they utter is not from any language we know. I think sending them to a general hospital was an unwise decision. Daughter from the record deleted ward. Okay. Cool creature that is too intelligent. Cool creature that is so intelligent that knowing it's true, knowing more about it will make us crazy. Sounds cool. Also, it looks really friendly. I like it. It's cute. Smash. Next. Okay, crumbling armor. An armor that seems to have been used hundreds of years ago. An engraving on its bottom states, "Life is only granted to those who hold no fear of death." Obviously, putting this armor on is forbidden by company regulations. Note: there have been rumors of employees pretending to put on the armor for fun. Please look into this immediately. This armor was secured from a museum. The information below is the fragments of its legend. This armor once belonged to General XXX, who joined the War of XX during the year of XXX. It was a family heirloom passed down through many generations. The general always wore this armor to keep himself protected. Oh god. By a stroke of bad luck, however, an arrow flew into a gap in the armor, killing him instantly. Somehow, the armor was undamaged. After the death of General XXXX, the armor was presented to Commander XXX of Battalion 00. The commander was always seen still clad each time he set out to battle. During one of his battles, the commander fell from his horse while fleeing from the enemy and died due to a fatal injury upon his skull. Still, the armor once again remained undamaged. There are many others throughout this armor's history who have had their hands on it, and each and every one of them had died in battle. Meanwhile, the armor still kept its pristine condition. Over the years, the armor made its way to a warrior named XXX, who was known for simply keeping the armor in storage, not wearing it for a single battle. Eventually, XXX died of old age after participating in dozens of wars without sustaining a single injury. During his lifetime, the armor's right arm became damaged, but there was no sign of exterior impact. XXX's family later donated the armor to a museum. After running a few tests on the armor, we have come up with the following conclusions. If this armor is worn by a cowardly employee, their chances of fatal injury and death are drastically increased. Inversely, when an employee who holds no fear of death wears it, their chances of injury and death are exceedingly decreased. One of our personnel managers suggested an entrance test where interviewees wear the armor and walk around in it for 10 minutes. The suggestion was immediately shot down. I mean, that kinda sounds fun though. It kinda sounds fun. Make them wear the armor and walk around, see if they are cowardly. But yeah. Let's see. Next we got Judgment Bird, a bird that used to judge the living in the dark forest, carrying around an unbalanced scale. The scale always tilts the same direction, but it doesn't know this as its eyes are covered, or perhaps it's turning a blind eye to this truth. In fact, the bird was once an even-handed justiciar. Its scale would never neglect the weight of even the smallest sin. The long bird made a scale that was capable of weighing any sin to maintain the peace of the forest. At one point, the bird's eyes could see through anything. The eyes always shone brilliantly, burning like stars in the night sky. But it gave its eyes to the big bird in order to protect the forest. Now only the void fills its eye sockets. The bandage is in tatters, like it could tear off at any second. The bird's face was once covered in gleaming feathers, but they fell out as it spent too much time without sunlight. All that remains is the unjust scale. The long bird continues on, doling out judgment. Okay. Definitely a smash, purely because of its hella cool kill animation. Next. Apocalypse Bird. This one we'd never seen before, because it's not really like a... Wait, that's details? Is that a thing? Oh, managerial guidelines. The big bird's eyes imprison light, the long bird's eyes conceal time, and the small bird's beak whispered endlessly. As long as they exist, the apocalypse bird will not disappear. I like how it has work preferences. That's interesting. I wonder why it even has that, considering it's whatchamacallit again? You can't really work on it. But yeah, we got ego weapons as well. That's neat. But yeah, wait, it doesn't show the mount here on any of the abnos. But yeah, you didn't even know this is a thing. I'm not apocalypse bird having a thing. But yeah, note will come when the world is filled with sin. Many employees fear the advent of this abnormality. To talk about this bird, we first need to tell the story of the Black Forest. We must remember the forest that was once so peaceful and beautiful. And the apocalypse shall follow. The tale of the Black Forest. Once upon a time, 3 happy birds lived in a warm and lush forest. The bird had no names, though the creatures of the forest would call them Big Bird, Long Bird, and Small Bird. Everyone lived freely and happily together in the peaceful forest. The birds wanted the forest to be safe more than anyone else. That way the creatures from outside could visit and have fun. Let me take a sip, hold on. Talking a lot is making my nose feel kind of whack. Let me take a sip. I guess I just haven't been talking like a lot. Like I haven't been talking this much in a while, so my throat gets like exhausted really quickly. Yeah. It was a warm and sunny afternoon when a stranger visited a peaceful forest. He was a traveler, pioneer, and prophet, but at the same time he was a nobody. He wanted to enter the forest, but the birds found him suspicious, so they didn't let him in. The stranger angered all the birds as he left. Soon a tragedy will befall the forest, and it will be tainted. Where is it again? With misdeeds and evil, and there will be constant conflicts. The tragedies will only stop when a terrible beast appears and devours everything. The sun and moon will shine upon the forest no longer. The forest will never go back to what it was before. The birds worry about the prophecy. What if conflicts really break out and a beast shows up to harm the forest, just like the man said? That's when the birds decided to become the guardians of the forest. They loved this forest more than anyone else did, so they wanted to protect the creatures living in the forest and keep the peace. Big Bird, with its many eyes, decided to watch over the forest for intruders. For Big Bird's eyes could see very far and see things we cannot see. Then somebody said, "But what if the beast shows up in the middle of the night, when the sky is dark and everyone is asleep?" Worried, Big Bird burned all of its feathers to make an everlasting lamp. Now the creatures of the forest were under the Big Bird's constant watch, day and night. To keep the forest's peace, Longbird weighed the sins of those who entered the forest. For Longbird's scale was fair and just, and could weigh any and all kinds of sin. Then somebody said, "But what if the scale doesn't tip in either direction someday?" Worried, Longbird made a scale that always tipped to one side. That way, every judgment would yield a clear verdict. Oh boy! Oh god! That's not how it works! Smallbird decided to punish the creature's wrongdoings with its beak. Then somebody said, "But your beak is so small, no one will find it hurtful." Worried, Smallbird tore its mouth wide so it could swallow any creature in one bite. No one could visit the forest anymore, and bad rumors about the forest began to spread outside. I heard terrible things happen to any creature that enters the forest. The Big Bird is always watching the creatures of the forest. There's no freedom. The Longbird's scale isn't fair at all. The Smallbird's punishment is so scary. The birds got upset. "We work so hard to protect the forest. Why doesn't anyone appreciate our effort?" Fewer and fewer visitors came to the forest. More and more creatures were complaining. Fights broke out daily, and yet the birds continued to work even harder to make the forest peaceful again. But no, this forest is so vast and wide. The three of us aren't enough to protect all of it. But there is no creature to protect this whole forest with us. If we combine our power, we could be stronger. The day when Big Bird's eyes that could see hundreds of kilometers away, Longbird who could judge any sin, and Smallbird's mouth that could devour everything united into one, the darkness fell upon the forest. Creatures screamed in terror and fear at the sight of the bird, and the forest soon fell into mayhem. Then, in the middle of all the chaotic cries, someone shouted, "It's the beast! A big scary monster lives in the black dusky forest." "The beast is here?" The three birds, now as one, looked around, but there's no one to be seen. The bird began to prowl the forest looking for the beast. The forest would be in trouble if the beast really showed up. But there was nothing. There was no creatures, no sun and moon, and no beast. All that was left was just a bird and the black forest. Since then, there were only nights dark as pitch. Rumor says there is a terrible beast in the black forest where no one lives. Survivor testimony. Every single light in the facility went crazy. It kept flickering and flickering. I couldn't even use my lighter. Then this warm light shone through it all. It looked like a waning twilight or a growing sunrise. Though, as we all know, sunlight can't make its way into our facility. Everyone silently gazed at the light. Suddenly, darkness and a weird ray of light were enough reason to be frightened. It was scarier than anything gory we'd seen here. It was a true fear of the unknown itself. Admitted, something from afar was coming our way. Incandescent lights, like stars from outer space, were marching towards us. It looked like Big Bird's eyes, but it wasn't that abnormality. I could hear these long arms scratching the floor. Someone broke the silence in a whisper that K-Overtake couldn't run away in time. There was an employee kneeling on the floor. Perhaps he couldn't sense the danger approaching him, and once he noticed it was too late. He couldn't even scream. Nobody would have been able to then. He just meaninglessly struggled to move his legs. Desperate to run from the beast, there was no heroic act of someone standing up against the monster, not even a yell to warn him. Everyone was just watching him, watching for the terrible thing that was about to happen. Each step sent a tremor through the whole facility. The monster was moving with such slow steps, but it seemed so fast. In the blink of an eye, it devoured the nameless employee in one bite, and right after that, the employee started screaming in chaos. I had gone through handling countless suppressions, but that day, for the first time, I regret ever joining the company. I was certain I won't get out of there alive. This helplessness overwhelmed me. I couldn't even think about fighting back against the monster, and many others were feeling the same. I think I'm the only one who stayed sane enough to write this among all the survivors. The company will never tell our newbies about the existence of that monster. However, I want to leave them a warning at the very least. That's why I'm writing this. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Apocalypse Bird is cool, and I have been smashing all the other birds, so it'll only make sense if this is a smash. So smash. Next question. Next abno. How many do we have? We still got a few more, and then I'll continue like these 3 pages on like the next episode, because like this is 1, 2, 3 pages already. Yeah. This will have a rest. Just so I can rest a bit as well. But yeah, King of Greed. Hell yeah. The first bit of humanity's desire started with the bite of a sweet apple. Okay. We've been banished from Eden for that sin, and now we're standing inside a vast orchard. My basket is so large, all the fruits of the world can't make it full. But it's so sad to lust for money when there are. But is it so bad to lust for money when there are flowers? After all, we are born to pursue happiness. Okay. Happiness became an obsession. Obsession became greed, and greed forever solidified to become a golden amber. The happiness in the beginning, still holding a smile, dwells inside. The first seed of desire originated from the pure yearning for happiness. The tiny seed grew larger and larger, hungering for more. Over time, the seed hardened and turned into a piece of shiny gem. Enticed by its sheen, the startling fish swallowed it, but it only made the fish even hungrier. The desires of people usually go unfulfilled. Many desires are abandoned, but they are not completely gone. They hide deep in the subconscious, lurking at the bottom of the lake, ready to spring up at any moment. However, the yearning for happiness may also rear its head from time to time, darting its tongue like a snake. As soon as a tiny piece of bait falls into the river, the hungry fish will come up and snatch it in an instant. We delude ourselves to be highly rational beings who are in full control of these things, but it's such a preposterous belief, it's laughable. We don't have as much control over ourselves as we believe. The magical girl was no longer a magical girl, ate many things: authority, money, fame, and many other forms of pleasure. She ended up eating away anything in her sight. Now only physical greed remains. Someone's diary. Many people secretly wish for a hero. They say there once was something called soul therapy. What does it feel like to have an ill soul? We are all healthy, but maybe all of this is a tragic illusion. Once there were people who tried to change the world. We all remember them. We remember how they meet their downfall. Desires. I know of desires that ruin all things. We no longer believe in something, nor do we entertain a hope for a miracle. We don't think too much about why they've changed, and we don't blame them, for we have realized that endless desire brings great despair. I sometimes feel a terrible dejection, but I do not know where the pain comes from. Many people have secretly wished for a hero. Deep is the sorrow of the world. Greed, deeper still than agony. Sadness stays, be gone, pass away, but greed seeks eternity. Greed seeks deep, deep eternity. Poetic? So, something, magical girl got corrupted by greed, or something. A lot of, whatchamacallit again? Authority, money, fame. Someone wants everything. Don't know how I feel about that. I feel like if we were to get together, she will just take everything from me. Also, hold on. I just realized, is this thing? Am I freaking out, or is this thing actually like pulsing? Is my brain fucking with me right now? Like, is the art pulsing? I think it is pulsing. Huh. Is my brain fucking up? Hold on. Yeah, it is pulsing. Huh. Are the other things also animated? Like, is it pulsing here? I just realized that. It is pulsing. Hold on. Are any of the other portraits animated secretly? Huh. It's not animated? Or am I going crazy? No, this is not animated. Not animated. That's funky. Huh. You're animated? Oh, you are animated. Okay, Child of the Galaxy is also animated. That is cool. That is something I did not notice for like a lot of these things. Huh. Okay. Funky. Oh, you're also animated. I guess everything is animated then. It's just like something is kind of difficult to see. But it's really visible on like King of Greed, like the slight animation, this small animation. Are you animated? Like your portrait? Doesn't look like it. That's cool. But yeah. I don't know how I feel about like excessive greed though. Pass. Little Prince. Among the employees, it was originally referred to as the giant mushroom chunk. It does appear to be a gigantic mushroom, and it bears some semblance to mold as well. Overall, its appearance closely resembles fungi. It continuously releases spores into the air, visible to the naked eye. Oh dear. A majority of our employees are not fond of this abnormality. A few are broad-minded enough to favor working with some giant mushroom that fills up half a containment unit, spitting out unknown spores. They have dozens of other things to worry about, including other abnormalities to work with. So a few of our employees willingly volunteered to work with it, we could only record the most bare bones information. Originally, we utilized a shift system to designate what abnormalities our staff were to work with. However, after the magical gale incident, I wonder what this is, a few years ago, we began to give consideration to the opinions of our employees when assigning work. The abnormality produces motile macroscopic airborne spores. They mostly proliferate by invading other organisms through their respiratory systems. It is difficult to notice the initial symptoms from this invasion because the only sensations are light dyspnea, I do not know what that is, and dry sandy throat. I know it's something related to lungs though. Thus, it is mandatory to wear a mask when working with this abnormality. When an employee inhales enough spores, bizarre cysts will begin to grow in their body, and tissues will be eroded. Ultimately, they will become a dysmorphic creature whose original form is hardly noticeable. They will show hostility in this state, so they must be terminated on sight. Except from Counseling Log, employee John. there was this one guy who was awfully quiet. He was that guy who would glance sideways at us, like some kind of fox, as if he was expecting us to talk to him. One peculiar thing about him was that he would wander to work on the mushroom chunk, an abnormality everyone loathed to visit. It was also disturbing that he would spend an unusually long time in its containment unit. Who knows what kind of monstrosity might have grown in his body? When we decided to call the abnormality the giant mushroom chunk among ourselves, that guy spoke up for the first time, saying he's the one who's seen it the most. He talked a lot of nonsense, like how it didn't deserve to be called a mushroom chunk, and everyone laughed at him. We decided he finally had gone bonkers when he started saying stuff about how he became friends with the damn thing. I mean, it's a common enough thing around here. Lots of stuff happens. One person going insane isn't a big deal. We tried to give him a couple hints to take a psychiatric test, but he just gave us this condescending look like he knew something we didn't. And a few days later, he kicked the bucket. As we all know, did I mention that it was me who recognized him in that spore mold creature's carcass? The birthmark on his forehead. If we hadn't found that birthmark on that lump of spores, we'd never have even guessed it was him. No one actually knew he had a birthmark except me, since, you know, no one in the department was friends with him. Oh my. Okay. After becoming that monster, he just wandered around near the mushroom's containment unit. We tried to lure him somewhere less crowded because he was attacking everything inside, but he won't move more than 10 meters away from the chunk till he died. This is why we decided to rename the abnormality. Complex reasons, like pity for the guy who became friends with a mushroom of all things. Hey, come on, I like being friends with mushrooms as well. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And the remembrance of his tragic death. To tell you the truth, he needed a friend. That's why he let himself get infected, going crazy in hallucinations, not knowing that he was turning into a monster. The mushroom, it tamed the poor bastard simply seemed to reproduce. It got Alex, whose name wasn't known by anyone. I employ Alex's notes. Human mind is too fragile to visualize something in its truest form. Did you know that mantis shrimp can see hundreds of colors that humans cannot? That simple fact is enough of an example to illustrate my point that it's detrimental to believe and judge everything by relying solely on what you see. I don't actually have that many friends. The vibe, I can relate. Don't misunderstand me now. I don't want to make a friend. I choose not to make friends. It's not that I can't, it's because we don't understand each other. A person thinks of himself as a completely isolated entity, making it impossible to fully understand others. But ironically, an inherent instinct of mob psychology has survived over the course of our evolution. We repeatedly play a game of risk, walking a tightrope, vainly trying to understand each other while staying out of our territories. In fact, I was long done with this pointless game. I volunteered to observe the giant mushroom for a similar cause. No one wanted to get close to that abnormality. It must be because of some petty reasons, such as how it looks disgusting to their eyes. The fact that its appearance was slightly alien wasn't going to stop me. In fact, I actually felt a bit superior when someone seemed surprised when I said I would work with it. Admitted, the abnormality didn't show any notable activity. I recorded and observed the silence with patience. One day, after it spread the powders of enchanting colors, I experienced a special change. I could perceive hyper-reality, plain higher than reality. This was a hand he gave to me. I took it and was rewarded with the invitation to such a special place. It was something only I could achieve. It talked to me telepathically. He welcomed me because I was the only one who could realize his essence. I had been imagining, yearning for the moment to converse through my mind, to be completely understood. The feeling of unification, it was so exhilarating. I could barely hide my joy. I admitted, I wanted to get closer to him. I wanted to be part of him. I always thought of him. I wanted to belong to him and understand his world, like a flower about to bloom. My mind was pervaded. was being tamed little by little. Except from an audio record, this is a part of the footage caught by a surveillance camera in the containment unit. As the abnormalities sports completely obscured the visual feed, only the audio could be extracted. Judging from the content of the recorded conversation, we deem it safe to assume that the abnormalities sports contain hallucinatory agents. Because even after a thorough analysis of the audio record, no voice other than the employees could be detected. The employee infected by the spores suffered a severe state of frenzy before being shot down by another employee on the spot. No, I don't have any friends, like I said before. I'm not fond of such contradictory relationships. At the very least, I think you could be in fact my friend. The human language is too simple to illustrate this relationship, but I think we could settle on quote-unquote friends. Yes, I am your one and only friend. I shall accept you. My life has been changed ever since I met you. I have been living my whole life being depressed, without a sense of purpose, without talking to anyone, just working all day. But you redeemed me. A person who abandoned oneself, just like how I could perceive true essence. You saw true mind. It is truly a rapturous experience. I like to understand you. I'd like to become a being like you and love you. I was born human, lived a tedious life, and might have kept going so had it not been for you. I was so happy I met you. But please remember me. Please remember the nameless flower that bloomed just for you. Even if this turns to be a curse, I will love this curse like a blessing. I will think about you to the day my mind collapses and crumbles. I will close my eyes thinking only of my soul friend who came from the faraway universe. Afterward, a faint sound of air leaking from the abnormality could be heard, and we all felt silent. I'm guessing that the spores releasing or something, I don't really know. But cool! Very neat. Hallucinatory agents. Smash! Next we got Laetitia. Similar to a child in size and always maintaining a bright smile. A very, very adorable little kid. They call me an adorable little kid because I am a small and lovely child. The kid comes from a place far, far away. And when the kid meets someone she likes, she will give him a gift made all by herself. The gift's content is a secret though. This is another really, really important secret. But the kid has lots of talents. This girl has many friends, but they said she can't bring them here. She was so sad that she had to leave her dear friends behind, so she came up with a brilliant idea. If I cover up my friends nicely and make it look like a gift, everyone will be surprised, and they will laugh together over my prank. Oops, there goes the secret of the gift. I hope to find lots of friends here too. The kid is shy, so the gift will be given in secret. Farewells are sad. I hope we can play more, and people here don't smile. It looks so gloomy. So this little lady made a decision to stay here and never leave until laughter is restored to this place. I will be happy if everyone is pleased with my pranks. Let's see. What you call again? Doll thingy-magic, living doll that puts something in you that will burst out of you if you work on something else, xenomorph style. I like xenomorphs, and the Uokani is a plus. So smash! Next. Funeral of the Dead Butterflies. Where does this one go when they die? Where did all the employees go? Where did all the employees who work here go? They must have returned home to a haven where family and warmth await. The employees cannot leave. Once they join the company, the only way to leave is to resign. Then those resigned employees must have returned home, having earned what they wanted and being full of hope. We are the feathers of a wing. Resignation isn't as simple as you think. Just like how a feather doesn't detach from a wing of its own will. Then where did all the resigned employees go? They're bound to the company the moment they enter. Even if they do resign, they are doomed to stay forever. Long ago, in some world, people believed that they would become beautiful beings with small wings when they died. It's a silly story, nonsensical too. If we get wings, we'll be able to leave this place. We get our wings only after we retire. They say the mourner with a huge luggage on his back had come to be a savior to all. Eventually, he himself was trapped in this place, and now he wanders the company with only the memory of an empty fate. He's carrying a coffin, a large coffin to pay tribute to the employees who have nowhere else to go. However, it is still too small to comfort those innocent sacrifices. Inside it is a kaleidoscope of butterflies waiting for the moment to fall asleep. Until then they flutter their wings uselessly, the wings that may have been many jumbled into one, or one split into many. Butterflies are supposed to pollinate flowers, but not a single proper flower blooms in this place. There's no choice but to wait. After all, there must be an end to every world. But yeah, Smash, mostly because Funeral of the Dead Butterflies look really nice. Very cool design. Smash! The freshest. The devil ultimately wished for despair. For despair wears down the mind and drains one's will to go forward. When one feels there's nothing left to go for, their soul falls down to hell. The devil's the main. That's why the devil finds it more entertaining to watch people fail to despair, rather than to simply kill them. We describe it as selling one's soul to the devil. When a marksman received a gun from the devil proposed a childish contract. The last bullet would puncture the head of his beloved. The moment he heard that, he shot and shot all the people he loved. He shot the devil. The magical bullet can truly hit anyone, just like you say. With the last bullet gone for good, the hunter traveled to numerous worlds. Sometimes he helped those in need or fought evil, but it was all done on impulse, not a gesture of goodwill or the ideals. In one world, he was called a righteous hunter, while in another, he was a bloodstained gunman. One day, the marksman realized that the devil no longer followed him. He wondered why, then realized that his soul had already fallen to hell from the beginning. The contract had already been fulfilled, so the devil had left. The marksman, now a devil in himself, continues to pull the trigger to gather the souls of others. Just as the devil said, the bullet shall puncture anything you please, forever. Okay, that's a sick backstory. Again, and yeah, also very cool art as well. And also the fashions does have very cool again, suits and weapons as well. Magic Bullet is scary as hell though. Still, Smash. Next we got Dream of a Black Swan, the boy band. Oh no. Elijah had a large family to provide for. Her impoverished parents would always say, although we don't have anything to pass on to you, we have the most valuable treasure, honesty and diligence. This may not be of great help to you now, but they will make all of you happy someday. One day, a dense fog covered the city. The hazy fog, thought to be a natural phenomenon at first, didn't dissipate even after a few days had passed. Some claimed it was making them feel nauseous or making them wretched, but most people thought nothing of it. A lot of people continued to work and go about their days in the fog. Of course, Elijah was one of the people who had to be okay with it. She was the only family member with a proper job and inheritance of poverty that had left them in huge debt. Elijah had several brothers, but their wills were broken after being faced with several failures. Elijah was always tired, but she thought if she just worked a little harder, things would work themselves out. Just like what her parents used to say to her, and just like in the fairy tales. Just like a bird who eventually spread its white wings and become the envy of all. Some people left the city to escape the fog. They said the city was done for. Elijah didn't listen. Elijah felt queasy at times. She felt her whole body blistering. Almost there, just a little more. If she held out just a little longer, the clothes made of nettles would be complete, and if she threw them to her brothers she once loved dearly, then the days when her family lived harmoniously could be restored. One day, on the way home after work, she bumped into a pedestrian running at full speed. Though the pedestrian who crashed into her was at full sprint, she was unable to get back up. So she offered him a helping hand, asking if he was alright. He slapped her hand away and got up on his own. The pedestrian took a few faltering steps before collapsing again. The man seemed like he was running away from something. He seemed worried that Elijah would hurt him. Elijah tried to ask him what was wrong. However, the pedestrian opened his mouth first. The simple act of opening his mouth seemed labor, so she patiently waited for him to talk. The pedestrian didn't open his mouth to speak. He began to vomit a mixture of blood and waste. The gooey mixture poured from his mouth at first. Then it gushed out from his nose, ears, and eyes. If he hadn't been expelling from all of his orifices, then Elijah might have tried to help him. Elijah thought she heard a shout in the distance. She left the vomiting man behind and started to walk slowly. What happened when the black swan wakes up from the dreaming of white swan? There were many people amidst the fog, some screaming, some laughing, some wielding clubs, some curled up, bodies covered in wounds, dark, wet, fetid dregs were scattered all over the ground, covered in footprints. She began to hope for her brothers, her family who needed to wear the nettle clothing to be free from the curse, once whom she shared happy dreams with. He saw her dear brothers in the distance. Elijah fell into her knees and finally started to puke up the thing everyone was vomiting. The lake ripples gently, as if a number of swans just took flight. Okay, I did not understand anything here. I wonder, yeah, it's also an F, so it's like apparently folklore. So it's based off something, but I'm not entirely sure what. I know like the whole black swan theory thing, like, you know, black swans are pretty common, but like black swans are like seems to be rare, but like it's common once you like know that it exists or something like that. I don't really know the exact thing, but I really wonder what the story is all about. I might like look this up later. But Black Swan itself, it's whatchamacallit again? It's an entire boy band. Yeah, no thanks. I don't want to be gangbanged. Next, Dreaming Current. Just keep showing him the book. Oh, it has to be a page with pictures since he probably can't read. When the experiments seem to drag on, try to draw his attention, like mimicking sounds. I don't need to explain every detail, right? Yes, I know it's unfortunate, pitiful and sad. I do feel human emotions, thank you very much. However, he ultimately survived thanks to this place. I hope he continues to live, in any shape or form. If you're thinking of the same thing, it'll be better off if you drop the guilt right now. Tell the kid today's treat is going to be grape flavored candy. It's his favorite. Excerpt from the encyclopedia. Contrary to popular belief, most sharks are small in size. There are only a handful of species that cause harm to humans. After all is said and done, the biggest appeal of sharks is their strong jaws and teeth. A shark's jaw can apply an intense amount of force, around 20 times of that of an adult human. Besides their vision and olfactory sense are extremely well developed, allowing them to locate their targets easily. This is why sharks could reign as the ocean's greatest predator until today. The parents had long deserted the child. They said the old infection would kill the child before 2 years passed. The researchers were the child's new parents. He learned to coo and walk. Although unable to talk properly, the child liked the ocean. Instead of visiting the ocean, the child was given candy which let him see the ocean. That's interesting. Many colorful nights and days passed. The child, who was thought to die within 2 years, managed to live for a long time. As always, he liked sweet candy, followed them, and loved the place as his home. Though the only thing the child could do was run around inside a cramped lab instead of a grass field under the sun. His steps were shaky, but filled with enthusiasm, excited about what kind of candy he will eat tomorrow. And then he turned into an abno or something, I don't know. I wonder what that's all about. So, a terminally ill child was given LSD, and he managed to survive and turn into an abno. No thanks. Next, pass. Next, Burrowing Heaven. I like Burrowing Heaven. Let's see. A thorny abnormality that feeds on the gaze of others and sometimes stretches its wings. Don't look away, just keep your eyes on it. It lives in your gaze. The containment is but a facade, contained in your sight. Blinking is okay, it'll tolerate such a brief moment of disruption. However, once it recognizes that it lost your attention and focus, it will spread its wings. Yes, wings. As if to praise a long-forgotten god. Its lean, bloody wings will stretch and cover the whole corridor. The wings still bear fruit, using fresh corpses as food. If it still fails to gain our attention, the stalks will pierce the facility and grow towards a sunny spot. Like an angel, its wings will reach the skies and extend toward the ground, eventually blocking the sun out. But there's still hope. When you finally turn your eyes and bring it within your cognizance, you'll return to this deep, dark subterranean area. That is, if you manage to survive by then. That's when a gaze is attention, an invisible string that connects us. Sole focus. Do not come here, as there is no place for you to rest. Is this what you want to see? When your tears dry up, at least tell me your answer. But yeah. Also super cool concept. Another weeping angel. Well, not really cool concept, but like, you know, I like this take on like the weeping angel kind of thing. Like whatchamacallit again, it's like a plant. It's not like the usual thing. It looks like a plant. But yeah, things I need to look after and not blink at. Smash. And finally, on the last one on this episode is gonna be Night of Despair, which I'm kinda curious about. Let's see what this is all about. Yeah. An abnormality of despair that has gone through a repeated cycle of fate and betrayal, leaving only the emotion that is expressed through black tears. The hero of the past who used to be a guardian of justice. She dedicated her entire life to protect the king, the state, the city, and the weak. The knight who had to uphold the laws of God and the pursuit of valor, chivalry, and justice. However, after a long history, and thank you for hydrate, I really needed that. A long history fraught with hardship and conflict, the knight realized in retrospect that nothing was truly upheld on her watch. The truth changed a lot of people. Oh god, my neck is getting sore. I've been speaking so much. One who fought for good became evil upon realizing that there was no evil left in the world. One who dreamed of a world where everyone could be happy was tinged with greed and started to devour everything. Like them, so many things once thought to be forever constant face changes and perish. So yeah, I'm guessing it's like a reference to like both Queen of Hatred and King of Greed. Who said a knight never cries? Have you ever seen tears brought out by despair, not sadness? The endless dream of grief has long turned the eye sockets into hollow husks. Inside, black diamonds sometimes fall down like ashes. The will to protect seems to remain unchanged after all this time. Even in containment, it is still obsessed with the act of protection. All that remains is the hollow pride of a wedded knight. The tenacity of the hero who cannot leave the past behind is a pitiful sight. When justice turns its back once more, several dozen blades will rove without purpose. In shame of failing to defend once again, and in rage against the world, the swords will eventually point at those she could not protect. The knight who wanted to redeem herself by saving others was now dishonorably called the Knight of Despair, forgotten from the people's memories, just like the others. Ah. Pain. Smash. Definitely the most confident Smash out of all of the magical girls. So yeah, that's gonna be this episode. Next episode we're gonna like go through all of this, and I also go through a lot of the tools. There seems to be a lot of tools here. But yeah, also Bolt is awesome. Yes. But yeah, for now though, I'm gonna go because I wanna sleep and give my throat some rest. So yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. I'll continue this on. This is like Thursday, right? Oh no, this is Wednesday. So yeah, I'm gonna continue this tomorrow. So yeah, for now, have a nice day, everyone. And honestly, really excited for Ruina. So hopefully we'll get into that soon. So yeah, bye bye. Have a nice day. I'm out.